recognize and acknowledge you as the one true God that gives us our life and breath. We ask your blessing on this sports competition tonight for safety and health and respect and honor in our conduct as players, coaches, and referees. We ask your blessings on these parents and guardians and the marriages and fathers. Bless them in order to raise up these young men to lead the next generation for the glory of Christ our Lord. We pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a beautiful prayer. That was Elliot Harris. And now we welcome our middle school cheer lieutenant, Allie Giddings, for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, welcome football fans, Grapevine Faith fans, here to the campus of Western Hills High School in Fort Worth, Texas. Steve Anthony. I'm joined by my middle son, Brooks, tonight, and excited to have him on the broadcast doing our color commentary. Jack is on a work trip, so he's out this week. But, Brooks, I'm excited to do this with you.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Thanks for asking me to be here. Nice little family affair on the press box today, so hopefully it won't be too crazy.
Well, the Atlas Rattlers homeschool, they obviously don't have a home field, but they use Western Hills High School here in Fort Worth for their games, and so hopefully we're going to work on audio. We know the audio's been a challenge the last couple of weeks, so we're going to try to improve that so we're not screaming at you. And we'll get you a picture of me and Brooks here in just a second so you can see that we truly have a face for radio. Yeah, we're just a little bit hot still, so we're going to take our audio down just a hair, so we're not peaking too bad. I understand that was a problem over the last couple of weeks. So, well, the Lions looking for their first win, starting the season 0-3 with some real heartbreaking losses. And Brooks, I was talking to Coach Holland, Coach Ware this week, and they're really one play away in every one of those games from winning those games. So they talked. Unfortunately, weren't able to get you guys the Coach Holland show. As is typical for our broadcast, we had some technical issues where we didn't think we were going to be able to have video for this game. But thankful for Dax, who's on our camera tonight. And so give you a shot of me and Brooks here, just so you can wave to that's Brooks.
Hey, Mom.
I'm Steve. So we're facing due west. The sun should be going down behind these trees here shortly, which would be nice. The captains are coming out for both teams here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your captain.
Number 57, DeClan Green. Number 32.
Number
33, excuse me, B.J. Johnson. You'll be hearing a lot. We'll be calling his name a lot tonight. He's really one of the keys on the defense for the Rattlers. Number 5, Trey Cooks.
Number 57,
And then number 3, which is Trent Straken, their quarterback. For the Lions, you've got Ryan Purdue. Trying to see who else is out there. Jensen Anthony.
I know him.
And, yeah, I think you know him pretty well. Austin Cosby. And then Corbin Irwin. Corbin was injured in that was not able to play in that Cistercian game. So we're thrilled that he's back out there, one of the stalwarts for the Lions defense. So they need him, and he's back out there tonight. So we're excited to have him back out there. Brooks, I know you did a little recon. You got some stuff you want to share on kind of a stat standpoint?
Yeah, you mentioned Corbin Irwin. He's got 11 total tackles, 9 solo tackles. That's really big. He's a big part of the defense. So now that he's back, having him and Christian Corley out there is going to be a really big just playmakers for Faith. But really just some keys to the game. Last week, Austin Cosby absolutely went off. I mean, 22 for 30, 247 yards, 5 touchdowns. And an interception. So if Cosby can keep that up, his biggest target has been all year long, Noah Smith, 11 receptions for 173 yards. He had 4 of those 5 touchdowns. If Cosby gets 165 more pass yards today, he will actually surpass 1,000 yards in his high school career here in his second season. So really excited to see how he's going to connect with Noah, some of our other receivers tonight. But, this Rattler defense, very big defense. They're much higher than most of the national average for just about every defensive stat. So if Faith can keep the offense up, it'll be a heck of a fight tonight.
Well, you can see the camera. We've got the sun shining in is not helping at all. So we'll try to get that fixed. That's kind of tough. We're really literally facing due west. So we get Dax to kind of zoom in a little bit. Trying to zoom in on the thing, Zach. Yeah. We're on top of the press box. We're out here in the elements. So the coin toss here, the result of that. So it looks like the Lions won, and they have deferred to the second half. The Rattlers will receive, defending the south end zone. So Rattlers in their colors are maroon and black and white. So the Rattlers will be going from our left to our right. Rattlers in maroon pants, maroon jerseys. They've got their letters maroon on the bottom, and they kind of fade to white on top with a black helmet with a maroon stripe down the middle. Lions in their all-white road uniforms tonight. Really, really sharp look with white pants, white jerseys, red numbers, white helmets with the red Lions logo on the side. So we're ready to go. Want to make sure, if you were listening, we'd love to hear from you. If you can text us at 817-980-7994 and let us know where you're listening from. If you've got a rooting interest somewhere, let us know. We're going to try to fix this picture for you. We know that's blurry and you guys really can't see it. So
that's why you're here for the play-by-play, Dad.
Yeah,
you
right?
To really give him a picture.
Get Dax to zoom in on things if you can. Hang on one second.
You're great.
Back to receive for the Rattlers.
Looks like the Lions are getting ready for the kickoff, and Rattlers will receive.
All right, we're ready for the kickoff again. We're try to get this picture. We realize it's blurry. We understand that, so we are working on that.
It's completely out of focus. Did you hit autofocus or take it off autofocus or trying to get it back? Okay.
All right, there's the kick. Lands at about the 18-yard line, picked up by the Rattlers, brought back towards the middle of the field. Good coverage there by the Lions. Finally taken down at about the 23-yard line. All right, we're going to work on – Brooks, I'm going to let you take over a second. I got to try to fix this camera situation.
That sounds great. Well, the Rattlers are coming out, and Trenton Strahan leading their offense as a quarterback. Last week had 6 for 17, 26 yards versus Trinity Leadership, really looking to bounce back. Overall, he's got 10 touchdowns, 651 passing yards for the Rattlers. His biggest target, the one to look out for, Jack Garza, 13 receptions, 368 yards, a whopping 8 of those 10 touchdowns. So Strahan and Garza looking to connect a lot tonight. Jaden Phillips also quarterback for the Rattlers. He's been involved a little bit on the offense, mainly Strahan, so just keep an eye out for number 3 tonight.
Get as wide as you can without it being blurry.
All right, Rattlers 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line to start the game. Lions won the toss. I don't think he goes in here. Sorry, we got.
Appreciate it. So this isn't that's not plugged in. I don't know what happened, Coach. It's okay. It's unplugged.
First down, Rattlers.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for the Rattlers. Sorry, folks, we got a lot of people up here on top of the press box. There's a handoff. Number 4.
Ball carried by number 4, Alex Hale.
Alex Hale on carry. He's out over the 25-yard line. I said they were at the 28. Sorry, they were at the 23. So now 4-yard gain out to the 27-yard line. Receivers split to each side for the Rattlers. Another handoff to Hale. Brings it here to the near side. He's out over the 30. Gets a block. He's out close to the 40-yard line. That's enough for a Rattlers first down. That'll move the chains.
By number 4, Alex Hale, and the result of the play is a Rattlers first
That's one of the
down.
things, Brooks, that the Lions have had some challenges with this season is containing the run, especially to the outside. They had some issues with homeschool. Now 5 receivers in the pattern for the Rattlers. Straking back to pass. He keeps it, goes up the middle. Runs here to the near sideline. Picks up a block. He's pushed out of bounds close to midfield.
Number 3, Trent Strachan.
It's a gain of about 9 on the play. So that's after the 49-yard line. They need to get to midfield for a first down. So nice run there by Strachan on first down.
Yeah, Strachan's got some wheels. He's got 16 carries for 93 yards and a rushing touchdown. So if he gets open field, we're really going to have to make some tackles in the open field.
All right, 2nd down and 1 from their own 49. Game just underway. Lions won the toss, deferred to the second half. The Rattlers took the opening kickoff, started at their own 23-yard line, and they're now trying to get another first down here in this drive. Play action, Strachan looking to pass to the far side, completed to number 8. That's inside of Lions territory, into about to the 43-yard line.
By number 8,
Noah Barber on the reception.
Another Rattlers first down.
So 1st and 10 inside Lions territory now.
That was the issue the Rattlers had all last week, getting first downs. Looks like they converted there.
We'll get to the defensive lineup here for the Lions here in a second. There's a handoff to Hale. He's still driving, drives through a couple of tackles, and he's out close to, another first down. 11-yard run there by Hale. So the Lions are going to have to shore that up on defense.
And Christian Corley, key player out there. He's made both of those tackles for Hale on the run.
Strachan back to pass on first down. Pass to the far side. Incomplete. Bobble. He had it for just a second. Heard some footsteps there, so ball falls incomplete. 2nd down.
2nd down, Rattlers.
We'll get you those defensive lineups here in just a second. The way the student media department under the tutelage of Brian Partridge put a really nice defensive and offensive starting lineup video together, so we'll get that for you here when we can. 2nd and 10 for the Rattlers at the Lions' 33-yard line. Handoff to Hale. Takes it up the middle. Slips a tackle. Austin Odette wraps him up. Nice play there.
Strong run by number 4, Alex Hale.
I mean, that was, again, just great tackle right there. Hale trying to find that hole, getting that stop just a few yards down. I mean, that's going to be the key with Hale running all over these first few plays. They can keep him contained. They're going to make Strachan throw the ball.
Corbin in there with Corbin Irwin in there with the assist as well. So big 3rd down play here. But assume they're probably in 4-down territory, Brooks. I don't know what kind of leg their kicker has, but it would, if they don't convert here, it'd be about a 45-yarder. So I'm guessing this is probably 4-down territory. So 3rd down and 5. Ball at the Lions' 29-yard line. Play action. It is a handoff, actually. Nice tackle there. Good play there by Tyler Brown on the tackle. Outstanding play. That brings up 4th down.
Great tackle.
No gain on the play. So
That brings up 4th down.
nice play there by Tyler Brown on the tackle.
Let's go offense.
That was an unlikely run from Nauman there, usually averaging about 9 yards a carry. Great stop by the Faith defense.
All right, so big 4th down play here. See if the Lions defense can hold tight. Strachan's going to keep it. Still on his feet, but he's taken down. Ball is down. Nope, he maintained control. But that's going to be a turnover on down. So, wow, what a great stand there by the defense, Brooks.
Hey, you want to guess who was right there in the middle of that tackle? Corbin Irwin. He's back, making an impact already.
Yep, love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so the Lions will take over 1st and 10. Their standard formation, 2 receivers split to each side. Jace Walker in the backfield with Austin Cosby. Good defensive stand there by the Lions. That was huge.
Let's go defense.
See if the offense can do something here. Snap back to tipped. Complete. It was tipped to Noah Smith, and just instinctively, Brooks, he just reached out to catch it, which he did, but dove and as he caught it, and that's going to be about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that's going to cost him some yardage. I like the effort there on the side, but he's got to maintain that. If he catches that, they're going to go back a few yards.
2nd down and 14. Handoff to Jace. Takes it around the right side. Taken down, gain of about 2 on the play. 3rd down and 12. We've talked all, these first several games, Brooks, they've got to avoid these long 3rd down situations.
I see Cosby looking for Smith here on the right side. That's his go-to target. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go to him here.
The stands are only on one side here. On the there's a few folks and lawn chairs over on the Lions sideline, but the stands are just on this home side. There's Austin back to pass across the middle. Intended for Noah Smith, and they call it, let's see. Yeah, they call it a completion.
What a catch.
Wow. I wasn't quite sure on that, but man, what a great catch.
Great catch.
Let's see. If you ask the Rattlers, they're saying it's incomplete. All right, we got confusion here. The side judge said move the chains, so he had the guys sprinting down to move the chains. Give you that offensive lineup real quick while we're waiting.
Austin Cosby, quarterback, class of 26.
Charlie Donovan, wide receiver, cornerback, class of 2026.
Charlie Bunch, wide receiver, class of 2027.
Cannon Hunter, cornerback, class of 2027.
Jace Walker, receiver, class of 2027.
Noah Smith, wide receiver, class of 2026.
Jensen Anthony, center, class of 2026.
Austin Bowling, offensive tackle, class of 2025.
Ryan Purdue, right guard, class of 25.
Slade Corley, right tackle, class of 2027.
Bear Couch, left guard, class of 2027.
All day long.
That was right to his number 1 receiver, Noah Smith.
So 1st and 10 for the Lions. They're flirting with Rattlers territory here at their own 46-yard line. Called, just almost to the 47.
Let's go, D.
Yep.
He's in the neutral zone.
We've got all right, we'll see what happened. Yep. That's going to be a false start on Charlie Donovan, unfortunately. So that's going to take the ball back 5 yards, which is not what you want. Again, a reminder, folks, text us at 817-980-7994. Let us know you're listening. Rick and Pam Jensen. Jensen Anthony's grandparents listening and watching from Richardson. Austin Cosby's grandma and Aunt Debbie. Faithful listeners listening from Fort Worth. Go Lions, they said, so thank y'all for listening. 1st and 15 here. Snap back, hand off to Jace Walker, excuse me.
Excellent stop by
He's out maybe a 1-yard gain. We'll call it once. It's going to be your second down and 13. Tammy Peden listening from and watching from Flower Mound, the great Tammy Peden, and the great Jack Warden. About 10 minutes ago, he was at mile marker 199 and 35 in Oklahoma. So, Jack, drive safe. All right, 2nd down. Snap back to Austin, looking to pass. Good protection. Down the far side. Oh, we had Charlie Bunch with a couple of steps, but just out of his reach.
Result of the play is going to be 3rd down. It's
Good attempt there by Charlie.
I mean, heck of an effort right there. He's been a great target, averaging a lot of yards per reception. Just a few receptions so far this year, 8, but for 130 yards. If he can connect with Austin, it's going to be real good.
Brandon Tucker, your father-in-law, listening from New Braunfels, Texas, the great Brandon Tucker. So, Brandon, glad to have you here. All right, big 3rd down play. See if the Lions can keep this drive going. Cosby back to pass. Back in the pocket, across the middle. Caught by Noah Smith right at the down marker. Let's see what they give. Right at the 1st down marker. Noah knew exactly where he needed to go. That should be enough for they mark it at the 45. Wow. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say, was that 1st down. Got instead of so it's inside of Rattler territory at the 44-yard line. They're going to move the chains. That is a 1st down for the Lions.
Again, great way to find his number 1 target there. got to get more involved than just Noah, but Noah coming up with some key plays to keep this drive going.
Austin Cosby's proud Mimi watching from Bedford.
Let's go defense.
Great to have you watching, Mimi. Thanks for watching here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. There's a handoff to Jace Walker around the right side. Picks up a couple of blocks. There's a penalty flag down. I think we're going to have a hold on Purdue, unfortunately.
Looks like that one's going to come back.
Yep.
6 yards. We have a flag on the play.
Well, again,
Looks like it's going to be holding.
didn't really. It was only about a 2-yard gain, but that's not really where it hurts you. It hurts you on the 10-yard loss on the penalty. So take the Lions back inside their own territory here.
62. Yes.
And a long first down and 20, which is, again, we talked about avoiding long third down situations. I'd say it'd be nice to avoid a long first down situation.
Yeah, and the key here for Cosby is getting a quick pass. If they're passing the ball, get a quick pass, get a few yards. Don't need to be going 2nd and 20.
Cosby back to pass. He's got Charlie Bunch open down the right side. He's out enough for a first down. Beautiful passing catch from Austin Cosby to Charlie Bunch. He's getting good protection from that front line too, Brooks.
Yeah, that pocket is yet to dissolve for the majority of these plays. A great way of finding Bunch there. He could have scrambled out, probably gotten 6 or 7 yards, but he waited for a second. Bunch got open. Way to convert on the first down.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Rattlers 33-yard line. No score here. 4:45 left here in the first quarter. Hand off to Jace Walker. Cuts around the right side, cut it back up to the middle, but hit immediately. So gain of 1. Jace has been a really, really useful tool for the Lions offense. Kind of stepped into that role in the first or second game of the season and has really, really done a great job for the Lions. Just shifty little runner. He's low to the ground. He's got great little low center of gravity. He can cut quickly. And just a great little running back.
Yeah, he's got nearly 300 all-purpose yards rushing and receiving this year.
There's no play clock in either end zone, so the referees are keeping the play clock. Snap back to Cosby. Looking, he's wide open. Wide open. Oh, and he drops it. He's right at the goal line. He was absolutely wide open and hit him right in the hands. Noah Smith is quick to come over and tell him, man, shake it off. But, wow, that's one Charlie wants back for sure. Oof, man, you can't let those slip through your fingers there.
Yeah, especially with a defense like the Rattlers. You know, they're ranking really high in their defensive categories, and so you got to capitalize on that. But great leadership there from Noah Smith, going over, consoling him, say, hey, you know what? You missed it. We're going to hop on to the next one. Look for Cosby to get back to Bunch here in a few plays.
Noah Smith in motion here to the near side. Cosby sprints over here to the left. Pass. Picked off. Intended for Cannon Hunter and intercepted by number 57, DeClain Green.
That ball is intercepted by
well,
57, Declan Green.
Hate to roll the clock back too much, Brooks, but we should be kicking an extra point right now.
Yeah.
But, again, it's high school football, so what do? We're going to try to rebound here.
Yeah, I mean, the Rattlers have such a good defense. That's their 12th interception so far through. This is their 6th game. So after 2 interceptions a game, they're going to capitalize on mistakes like that. But look for the Faith defense to make another stop like they did earlier. And good thing they got some good field position here.
Yeah, Rattlers will start after that interception, start at their own 25. So they killed the drive there by the Lions. 3 minutes, 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. No score. Rattlers took the opening kickoff and stalled on their drive, turned it over on downs inside of Lions territory, and the Lions just throw the interceptions. A handoff to Hale again, who's still on his feet and out about a 12-yard gain. So big, strong run there by Hale. He's slow to get up. He's going to come limping off the field. I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee, but hopefully that's nothing serious for the senior running back.
You hate to see that. Hale making some really good runs. I mean, an 11-yard carry there for the Rattlers.
Trey Cook's coming in as the backup running back. 2 receivers split to each side. 1st down and 10 for the Rattlers. Straken looking to pass. Pocket breaks down. He scrambles over here to his right, to the near side. Colton Edwards giving pursuit. Still on his feet. He's looking to throw deep. He's got a man. Pass is incomplete. Rattlers want a flag, but it was Tyler Brown on the coverage. Well, that's a tough ask of your secondary, Brooks, when the blocking breaks down, he gets out of the pocket, and he's just scrambling. All those routes break down, and it just it becomes sandlot football. You're just trying to get open. and that's hard to cover.
Yeah, I mean, great coverage there, though, from Tyler Brown. Diving at the end. Looked like he may have tripped up over his feet, but way to stay on him for the majority of that. Overthrown ball, so real good break right there for the Lions.
2nd and 10. Again, ball at the 37-yard line. There's a handoff to number 5, Trey Cook, excuse me. And he skips out for about a 4-yard gain, we'll call it. So 3rd down and 6. Another big play here for the Lions. I don't see Hale on the sideline anywhere getting medical attention that I can tell. So we'll see if he's able to come back in the game. Cook stays in the game at running back. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Strachan looking to pass.
Holding.
Pass on the far sideline is complete. We talked about those big plays, Brooks. They don't complete a lot of passes, but when they hit big.
Yeah, I mean, Strachan just showing composure right there in the pocket. Steps up, makes a huge throw. And, I mean, they just flipped the field upside down. They're now within the red zone. And
sophomore Josh Harris out there on the coverage, and the receiver just got back behind him, and Strachan made just an absolute perfect strike.
I mean, that was a perfectly placed ball. He throws at anything less, and, Harris gets a hand on that ball. Great throw from Strachan there.
1st and 10 now. Rattlers threatening to score. Big tackle there. No gain on the play. So Corbin Irwin on the tackle, along with Tyler Brown.
And that's some great defense right there. Like I mentioned earlier, Nauman, about 9 yards a carry he's averaging so far this season. So the fact they're able to stop him there at the line of scrimmage his last 2 runs, they can pick up that momentum. Will be great here.
2 running backs back by Strachan in the backfield. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. 2nd down. Snap back to Strachan. Play action. He stays on his feet, scrambles out of the pocket, still looking to pass. Great pursuit there by Tyler Brown. Chases him out of bounds. And he may have gotten 1 yard. We'll see. The chain gang over there scrambling for cover. It's going to bring up their nice pursuit there by Tyler Brown.
Yeah, great way to get him to the sideline, force him out of bounds. Again, right at the line of scrimmage. Strachan's got some legs too. He's able to scramble. We've seen it a few times, and way to contain him there for the defense. They can make a stop here. It's going to be a tough 4th down for the Rattlers.
5 receivers, 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Strachan by himself in the backfield, looking to pass. Throws here to the near side, complete. Knocked out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, so it's going to bring up, let's see, that's going to be a 4th down. Now, there is a penalty flag down, it looks like, on the far side. I can't tell. The linesman's coming over to. So we've got a hold against the offense, so that's going to back them up.
That's huge.
Wow, that was talk about shooting yourselves in the foot. The Lions have done that to themselves a couple times and out on key plays, and now it's the Rattlers' turn.
Yeah, and at this point, the Rattlers, really needed some yardage here for 4th down if they're hoping to get a field goal, let alone trying to convert down there to the 2-yard line. I couldn't find any statistics on their field goals or field goal attempts, so not sure what kind of leg their kickers got, but great position to be in here if you're the Lions.
Yeah, the Rattlers can actually get a 1st down without scoring. They need to get to the 3 for a 1st down. So 3rd down here from their own 22-yard line. Snap back to Strachan. Chased by Odette. Slips that tackle. Chased by Colton Edwards. He just throws it up. There's a penalty flag down. That's going to be a roughing the passer play.
Man, you had 44 Colton Edwards break through, couldn't make the first tackle. And then right there, just a little too aggressive.
Man, you would talk about it as an untimely penalty. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. So roughing the passer penalty against the Lions. Strachan with a little showboat in there.
That was just great defensive coverage all around by Faith. Again, that pocket collapsed really quickly. Strachan had to scramble around, and just got to be aware there on that 3rd and long, hitting the quarterback, especially when he's already on his back foot throwing.
You got cheerleaders on the sideline. You got a cheerleader in the press box for the Rattlers. And they've had some ill-timed music playing. They don't have a band, but they've got music playing. And right in the middle of that play, they just queued the music up. So referee doesn't have his flag, so Coach Connaughton had to go out and get that for him. We did have a good visit with Coach Connaughton this week. Technical issues, had no audio on that interview, but we'll be telling you a little bit about Coach Connaughton and his fine family. Pass here to the near side to Hale. Charlie Donovan slips through that tackle. Nice tackle there, though, by Christian Corley. Comes up from the safety position. So that's going to be second down and goal.
Corley, that's his second tackle of the night here. Saw Hale go back out there. Glad that he's not too injured for his sake, but great stop right there by Faith. If they can contain Hale, especially on screen passes like that, he's got some legs. So they can continue to contain him. It's going to bode really well for this defense.
Second down from the 6-yard line. 3 receivers in the pattern. Hale in the backfield. Handoff to Hale. Goes right up the middle. He's hit by some Lions at about the 5-yard line, and they drive him back. They'll give him forward progress to the 4. So third down and goal from the 4. Jackson Walker in there on the tackle. And that's going to be the end of our first quarter. Take just a second here while we got an opportunity to give you the defensive lineups for the Lions.
Austin Odette, defensive end, class of 2026.
CC, defensive tackle, class of 2027.
Colton Edwards, defensive end, class of 2026.
Ryan Purdue, right guard, class of 25.
Corbin Irwin, linebacker, class of 2026.
Jackson Walker, outside linebacker, class of 2027.
Owen Payne, outside linebacker, class of 2027.
Cannon Hunter, cornerback, class of 2027.
Charlie Donovan, wide receiver, cornerback, class of 2026.
Tyler Brown, safety, class of 2026.
Christian Corley, safety, class of 2025.
We appreciate the student media department at Grapevine Faith High School for that video, given our defensive lineup here. So the teams will switch ends here, going to the headed towards the south end zone. Atlas Homeschool's got about, I lost count, they've got to at least have, I'm going to guess 70, 75 kids on their roster when they're 3 and 4 deep on the sideline over here.
Yeah.
So big third down play here from the 4-yard line.
And one of the big key components for the Rattlers tonight is taking every opportunity they can to score. And on the flip side, faithing to make sure they can limit those opportunities. So a stop here would essentially ice them down to about a 5-yard fourth down try.
Strakins comes to the sideline. I'm not sure he likes the lineup. They're going to call another timeout. Well, not another, but they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Rattlers.
So that'll give us an opportunity to tell you about our fine sponsors. Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud sponsors of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commissions, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877-YOUR-HERO, and you'll see why they've been gimmick-free since '83. Also thankful for our gold sponsors, Dustin and Alicia Parker of Box Financial, Justin and Pam Holt of Holt Dental. Also for our silver sponsors, Rodney and Stacy Meyer of Myers Pool Care, Leland and Chrissy Pennington of Pennington Concrete, Ryan Skelly at Affinity Rate Mortgage, and our friends at Waterview Marinas in Grapevine. So Straken didn't quite like the, I'm not sure if he didn't know the play or if they were expecting something different from the Lions when they came out, but they talk it over. Gives the Lions a chance to talk it over as well. So big third down play here, third down and goal from the 4-yard line.
Look for Hale to get involved here on this play, whether a run or a screen. He's been their biggest playmaker so far.
Yep, Hale in the backfield with man in motion. 2 receivers now on the far side. Play action. There's a pass to Hale here on the flat. That falls incomplete. Good job by Walker Little getting in the backfield to disrupt that.
Pass incomplete to number 4, Alex Hale.
And, the Rattlers are going to go for it. They're ready to send in a play with a receiver coming in. Tobias Miller? Or is that Jackson Nauman?
Jackson Nauman coming in.
28.
I mean, he's been their main running back. Him and Alex Hale.
Well, they moved Nauman out to a receiver position. They got Hale in the backfield, 2 receivers split to each side for the Rattlers. 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. Snap back to Straken. Good rush by the Lions. Great play there by the Lions. They sack him for a loss. Walker Little. Walker Little and Charlie Bunch in there on the big sack and a huge loss for the Rattlers. So the Lions are going to get out from the shadow of their own goalpost, and they're going to get out over close to the 20-yard line to start this drive, Brooks. That is huge. So the turnover and downs is big, but you're not at your own 4-yard line. So that's outstanding defense there by the Lions. I mean,
great defense. I mean, that's their 2nd sack on the year. So 1 sack through the first 3 games and then a sack right there. Huge play, especially not letting Straken get out to scramble and build time. Let's see if the offense here can pick up where they were going before they hit that hard stop last drive.
Just underway here in the 2nd quarter. No score. Snap back to Cosby. He's looking to pass on play action. He's got Noah Smith wide open here on the near sidelines. Caught. He's at midfield. He cuts back towards the midfield. Now he comes to the sideline. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown. No flags. Touchdown Lions.
I mean, what a absolute speedster Noah Smith is. Caught that ball, having to come back and grab it. Outran 2 defenders there. That was a 78-yard reception and touchdown for Noah Smith.
Well, that is a shot in the arm that the Lions offense really needed, and some of the offensive subs coming off, and they are beyond thrilled with that. Thomas Hudnall on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, Hudnall.
Well, excuse me, Cade Johnson. They got Cade Johnson in. Thomas may still be injured. I'm not sure. Here's Cade Johnson in for the extra point. Snap back. Kick is up. And it is good.
Beautiful.
Boy, Cade Johnson, not a kid. Yes, sir.
Would you believe it? His first PAT on the season. Super timely right there.
Yep. Wow, what a big drive there for the Lions. First play from scrimmage on the play action from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith, 78 yards. Noah caught it at about the 40, 42-yard line or so, and he did the rest himself. Kind of caught it here close to the sideline, cut back towards midfield. The center of the field, and then came back towards the near sideline and took it to the house. So,
man, I wish we could have a replay of that and time him against Usain Bolt on that acceleration there from the 45-yard line. Absolutely crazy.
I'm gonna put my money on Usain, but I'm with you, Brooks. That was he outran the defender. The defender was right there. After he caught the ball, he had to kind of come back just a hair and caught the ball. But yeah, you're right. He put the Jets on and outran the defender all the way to the end zone.
Well, what's really great about that is Smith is already over about somewhere close to at least 115 receiving yards, 210 yards in the game today, and he'll surpass 1,000 in his career.
Wow. He and Austin both. So, again, just underway. Less than 30 seconds gone here in the 2nd quarter, and the Lions just take the lead 7-0. A couple of costly penalties for both teams that stalled some drives. And the Lions capitalize. The Rattlers had 3rd down and goal at the 4, and the Lions defense came in at just about a 14-yard loss. So the Lions are starting from their own 18-yard line, or 22-yard line, and then that 78-yard pass from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. It's a kickoff taken at the 25. Runs in the back of his own blocker. Finally taken down. Wrestled down there by Walker Little. Charlie Donovan in helping out as well, along with Tyler Brown. So not bad field position for the Rattlers. That's one thing that Coach Holland talked about, is that the Lions were really going to have to work on their the kickoff differential, where the Lions were starting from after their kickoff, after they received the kickoff, versus where their opponents start their plays from, their drives from, were really out of whack.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great tackle right there. Got helped out by him running into his defender, and really like Tyler Brown's involvement coming in and ensuring that he doesn't even get an extra yard, trying to phase out of that. So 3 stops here would be nice for the Lions to support their offense after that drive.
All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for the Rattlers from their own 38-yard line. Hale in the backfield. Straken looking to pass. Pump fake. Scrambles outside the pocket. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, or chased out of bounds anyway. Gets about a 3-yard gain out to the 41-yard line. Let us know if you're listening. You can chat on the YouTube channel. If you're watching on the YouTube channel and you want to participate in the chat there, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know your rooting interest, and if you got a specific player you're rooting for. And you can text us also at 817-980-7994, 817-980-7994. 5 receivers in the pattern. Hale in motion. There's a handoff to Hale around the far side. Corbin Irwin, he's got the Jets. Let's see if he can outrun the Lions, and he does make it to the end zone. So touchdown for the Rattlers. No flags on the play, and the Rattlers have answered.
And Hale's so dangerous with his legs. As soon as he got to that open outside after weaving in and out, I mean, it wasn't really a chance. Accelerated quickly, and just a great run right there from Alex Hale. 59-yard rush for the Rattlers there.
Picked up some good blocks on that. He lined up as a receiver and then basically an end around jet sweep and takes it to the house. So kicker for the Rattlers on to that's got to be some sort of penalty. Guy was running on the field.
There we go. That point after try.
Yeah, there's a. Well, hold on. Yeah, there's got to be a penalty. There's a guy running onto the field.
Ran a guy on the field.
Yeah, the officials. I don't see a flag, but they had a guy late running onto the field late.
I can confidently say that's the first time I've seen that happen before on a football field.
I don't know if it was 12 men or, I mean, there's got to be some sort of, you can't be advancing towards the line of scrimmage on the snap, so that you would think that'd be at least an illegal motion penalty, if nothing else.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a penalty of some sort. They may just be trying to figure out exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah, there's no flag down, but officials trying to clean this one up and see what they say. They're still down there. I'm guessing they're going to walk off a 5-yard penalty and they're going to have to kick it again. Coach Connaughton not happy with his subs there on that one.
Yeah, Bradley Beam was on the kick there. They have 3 different kickers that have converted 15 point-after attempts for them. So had Beam made that, he would have been 9 for 10, but looks like he's going to have to go out there and redo it.
Yeah, so the referee comes over to Coach to tell him that there's a penalty. Yeah, that's going to be a penalty against the Rattlers. So it's going to back them up 5 yards, and it's going to end up being essentially a 25-yard try.
Well, that's going to be big for the Lions. You know, any extra yardage you can push special teams unit back, especially on a PAT. That could be a 1-point difference here.
Yeah, the last attempt there was pretty shaky. We'll see if he gets it up. And that one is good. So, all right. A reliable kicker for the Rattlers there. Had to hit 2 in a row, which he did. So we have a tie ball game. 11 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Aunt Sue watching her best nephew, Sterling Atkins. Sue Ann. Thank you for watching and listening here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Watching her nephew, Sterling Atkins, number 25 on your program, number 1 in your heart. Absolutely perfect weather tonight for a football game in the state of Texas. We're outside. We're up on top of the press box, but, man, it's not 30 degrees and it's not raining. We're up here with the great Coach Will Musig.
Yeah, this weather's great. Sun's down now. Got those Friday night lights on. I mean, this is the perfect environment.
Rattlers here to kick off. Jace Walker, Charlie Donovan, and looks like Noah Smith, I think. Back deep for the Lions. Taken by Charlie Donovan at the 13-yard line, right up the middle of the field. There's a little seam there. It closed up quickly, but he gets out over the 30-yard line, so that's a nice play by the Lions. So good starting field position here for the Lions to start their second drive of the second quarter. 10 minutes, 59 seconds left. We are tied at 7. Lions scored on their last possession on a big 78-yard bomb from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. The Rattlers took the next kickoff back and drove down the field, and Hale for the Rattlers took about a 51-yard?
59-yard.
59-yard run.
Touchdown there.
The great Cade Marchetti up here with the stats as well. He's Johnny on the spot. Walker Little in the backfield. 2 receivers split to each side for the Lions. Snap back to Cosby. Cosby's hit. He's taken down. Got about a 3-yard gain. And the protection broke down there.
Yeah, pocket just collapsed there. Cosby trying to do anything he can to get out, and smart to just wrap up on the football and take the hit there.
So 2nd down and 14. Ball back at the 29-yard line.
Let's go, defense.
Lions looking to the sideline to Coach Ware, seeing what play is called.
Look for Charlie Bunch or Noah Smith down here on the bottom side. Get involved in this play.
Walker Little in the backfield. Pass to the far side to Jace Walker, and he's going nowhere. In fact, he's going backwards. That is not what the Lions need right here. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long, almost 20. Call it 3rd down and 18.
That is the 4th pass that has resulted in lost yardage in the first half for the Lions. 3rd down. Got to get past the line of scrimmage at least here. Give yourself a chance on 4th.
3rd down.
Look for something deep down the field, you would suspect. Pass across the middle to Noah Smith. Dives and makes the catch. Another diving catch by Noah Smith. Good grief.
Oh, my goodness.
Holy cow.
That's going to be a Lions first down.
Looked like a show at SeaWorld the way he dove about 5 yards across to catch that ball. What an absolute dog.
Look, you can. It's one thing to have a lot of reception yards, but the two diving catches that Noah's made tonight have been absolutely huge. There's a handoff to Walker Little up the middle. He's hit after about a 2-yard gain.
I mean, just to revisit that, he had to get at least 3 or 4 yards out while on the run, while going down for the ball, and to maintain control. What a play by Noah Smith.
And that's his second one.
Well over 100 yards receiving for Noah Smith tonight in the first half.
2nd down and 8. Pass the far side. Wide open, Charlie Donovan. He's at the 10. He's taken down inside the 5-yard line, but that protection broke down again for the Rattlers, and Charlie Donovan was wide open. There wasn't a defender within 15, 20 yards of him. So it's going to bring up 1st and goal. Need to drive this into the end zone here, Brooks.
Yeah.
Finish this drive.
Faith has really, struggled with the run game these first 3 games, and they so far tonight have had a few good runs, but right here, can't risk interception. Got to make sure that if you're passing.
Hand off to Jace Walker. There's a penalty flag down. He's in for the touchdown. I have a feeling it's going to be a hold.
Yeah. And that's what's happened on their 2 or 3 good run plays tonight. Is a hold is just taking him back.
Well, that is a costly penalty. You had 1st and goal on the 2, and that's going to back the Lions up.
Yeah, I think if I count correctly, that's at least our 3rd penalty, maybe our 4th tonight. Got to clean up on those.
All right, so 1st and goal, but the ball's back at the 12-yard line.
Now, if Cosby doesn't see what he wants, he might try to take this in, depending on any open hole he can find.
Cosby scrambles, rolls to his right, looking to pass. Corner of the end zone, intended for Charlie Bunch, falls incomplete. And a hard hit by on Austin Cosby, but absolutely no flags on that. Wow. So Austin got crunched. Well, the official didn't like him getting called out. Coaches for the Lions giving them a warning.
Yeah, you'd like to see at least some sort of, whether it's roughing the passer or unnecessary roughness right there on Cosby, just a late hit. He's defenseless after making that pass. Got to have it both ways. But a great job for Cosby to miss on the outside there instead of risking an interception on that tight pass. Great wherewithal from Cosby.
All right, second down. Cosby back to pass. Right across the middle. Tipped and caught for a touchdown. Jace Walker. Oh, my gosh.
Da-da-da,
oh, my
da-da-da.
gosh. What a catch.
Wow.
Man, huge play there by Jace Walker. The ball was, I couldn't tell if it tipped out of his hands. The defender was right with him, so the defender, I think, got a hand in there, but it went straight up. And Jace Walker, diving, gets the reception on his back, comes down on his back, and the ball lands. He has the wherewithal to pull the ball in. So, holy cow.
Yeah, Walker must have been tuning into our broadcast, hearing us talk about Noah Smith. He wanted a little piece of the action.
Absolutely,
there.
yeah.
Hitting the highlight reel.
Can't give Noah all the attention here tonight. Kay Johnson on to tip the extra point. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. Hold by Christian Corley. And so the Lions now take a 14-7 lead. 7 minutes, 25 seconds left here in the second quarter. And, wow. Well, that was big, Brooks, because you had first and goal from the 2. Coach Holland's out asking the official about the holding calls. You had first and goal from the 2, and then you had a costly holding penalty. The official's out there trying to explain to Coach Holland. Maybe he can explain why he didn't throw a flag on that hit on Austin Cosby. But anyway, I digress. But the Lions have a 14-7 lead.
I mean, it's been some incredible plays, especially with back against the wall and some drives. About 3 or 4 different drives that you're running with, 15 yards to gain, and just some amazing plays. Now, it's not sustainable. Faith's got to clean up those offensive penalties, those holding penalties. Can't be working out of 1st and 15, 2nd and 20. Can't be working out of that for long. But great way, Cosby finding Walker there for the touchdown.
Coach Connaughton for the Rattlers is not happy. He is barking at his troops over here on the sideline. And the breakdown, that's 2 or 3 times now, Brooks, here in the first half. They've had a huge breakdown in coverage. And Lions, Charlie Bunch had one at the goal line that slipped out of his hands that was a touchdown, but was not to be. But that's the other 2 times that they've broken down that resulted in a big 78-yard touchdown run by Noah Smith, and then a big reception there by Charlie Donovan to get down to the 2. And then Jace Walker finishes it off. So Cade Johnson here to kick off for the Lions.
Yeah, this Rattler defense really talented at stopping the run game. The biggest thing has been the passing game. That's one of the key components of their defense they have to have today, and so far, Faith is prevailing.
We got music playing here while during the kickoff. Thank you, folks. Robinson, good tackle there out of the 23-yard line. Tyler Brown on the tackle. Nice play. Yeah, their PA announcer is kind of giving a play-by-play, and he's also rooting on the fans. He's like a cheerleader, telling everybody to root defense, and then he's playing music while the game is going on. So, like, while during the kickoff, during plays, it's odd. I'll say that much. I mean, it's not making a difference in the game. I'm not trying to suggest that. It's just, it's weird.
Well, it might be making a difference. Rattlers been a little unsteady these last 2 drives. They might try and play in. They've been a little too much LIV golf. They might want to try the PGA Tour here. A little bit of silence to let their offense work. But, I mean, Tyler Brown, you see he was involved there on the kickoff in the special teams unit, but he has had 3 tackles today. He's been really involved even when he hasn't made the tackle. Great piece of this defense, and having Corbin Irwin back and Corley all over. I mean, this defense is playing really, really well tonight, Steve.
No doubt. Man in motion. 5 receivers. Pass intended on the far side, falls incomplete. Colton Edwards in there to finish off the quarterback as soon as he releases it. So, folks, we were not able to get a Stories of Faith tape this week, but we are digging into our vault, into our Stories of Faith vault, and we were playing the great Trey Dickert, one of the defensive coaches for Grapevine Faith. Just a really, really amazing guy. Play action here by Straken. He's chased out of the pocket. Pass downfield. Intended for number 8, Hale, and in and out of the hands of, threw it way behind Hale, and Cannon Hunter hit him in the hands and just couldn't hold on. So that was a missed opportunity there for the Lions. So 3rd down and 10 for the Rattlers.
No. Getting beat up here in the press box. I can't really make the call.
Coach Music is over on the other side of Brooks, and he got so excited he reached over and was patting Brooks on the back and like, oh, doggone it, couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, Hunter almost had the interception there. I don't think he saw the ball coming. He was too early on the coverage.
Yeah, he had his eye on the defender.
Which you'd love to see. Great fundamentals.
Oh, not a good pass there by Straken at the feet of the intended receiver. That ball falls incomplete, so the Rattlers go 3 and out. They're going to have to punt here. Still plenty of time. 6 minutes clock running. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Lions leading 14-7.
Yeah, I couldn't find any statistics on how long any of their punts to begin with. So we'll see how much of a leg he's got. Looks like Bradley Beam out there. A little shaky on both of those PAT attempts. So we'll see if he can get it past midfield. Be great field position for Faith.
Jace Walker back to receive for the Lions, standing at the Lions' 46-yard line. Again, the Rattlers again with a late addition to the line. They're having some issues with their subs. Oh, high snap. He gets the punt away. Lions get away from it. Takes a Rattlers roll. Oh, my gosh, a big roll. That was a terrible snap. And the Rattlers are going to end up on the better side of this equation. Ball goes down to the 32-yard line.
Excellent punt by number 38, Bradley Beam.
Yeah, Brendan Tucker, I see your text. I agree, man. Yeah, it's a head-scratcher.
First down, Lions.
So, again, make sure you text us, 817-980-7994. 817-980-7994. Let us know if you're listening.
Well, Beam had probably about 30 yards on that punt in the air, and then just got a good bounce, about 22 yards as that ball bounced and rolled.
4-man front for the Rattlers here on defense. Walker Little in the backfield with Austin Cosby. 2 receivers split to each side for the Lions. Snap back to Cosby. Right across from wide open, Jace Walker. Out over the 45, out over midfield into Rattler territory. First down, Lions. The great Ed Smith watching on YouTube, president of Grapevine Faith Christian School. Dr. Smith, we love having you listen, and thanks for your support of all things Grapevine Faith. Nice play there by Austin Cosby to Jace Walker for a first down. Snap back to Austin Cosby. Another pass to Jace inside the 40-yard line. And that is close to another first down. Yeah, the Rattlers are having a huge breakdown in coverage, Brooks. I mean, there's guys that are just, I don't know if it's a zone read and they're just not adjusting accordingly, and the Lions are just making the best use of that they can. It's really strange.
Very unlikely from the Rattler defense. I mean, again, some incredible defensive statistics, making a lot of open field tackles. Faith really taking advantage of the miscommunication happening.
4.5 minutes left here. Lions leading 14-7. Complete to Noah Smith. Breaks through a couple of tackles. Slides another tackler. Inside the 25-yard line. Nice play there. That should have been about a probably 4-yard gain, but Noah Smith turns it into a first down for the Lions, and they're inside the Rattlers' 25-yard line.
And, again, that's why Smith is such a big playmaker. You can see there, caught the ball in for an in route, cut back out, and then accelerated pass to get those extra 5-6 yards.
First down, let's go defense.
Walker Little in the backfield. Hand off to him. He's drugged forward inside the 20-yard line for a nice, about a 7-yard pickup there down to the 17-yard line. So we'll call it a gain of 6. So that's going to bring it second down and 4.
Let's go defense.
Clock running just inside of 4 minutes here in the second quarter. Lions leading 14-7. Pass to Jace Walker, complete. Slips a tackler, finally taken down inside the 10-yard line. And that's going to move the chains again. So it's going to bring up first and goal for the Lions at the Rattlers' 8-yard line. Jensen Anthony at center.
I mean, Walker, that's his 4th reception of the drive. He's got well over 35 yards on this drive alone. Great to see him get involved.
Snap back to Cosby. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. Gets down about the 5-yard line, so gain of a couple. Call a gain of 3. They mark it, just right at the 5-yard line. So second down and goal from the 5.
And again, one of the key points for Faith tonight is improving on that run game. We know the passing game is there, but being able to get even 3 yards here, 4 yards there. And Walker, first few runs, not a lot of yardage, but this drive he's been great.
Jake Ford in a tight end position. Jace Walker takes a handoff, cuts back here to the outside looking for a hole, cuts back towards the goal line, towards the middle of the field.
Stop short of the goal line.
And one of the guy that tackled him kind of gives him a little kick in the helmet as he's walking away. But it's about a 3-yard gain down to the 2-yard line. So 3rd down and 2. Boy, the Lions really need to punch it in here, Brooks.
Yeah, with Cade Johnson filling in for Hudnall, he's been great on the PATs, but you really want to rely on another PAT here instead of what looks like might be a 15-yard field goal.
Here's that kind of split wing kind of power formation for the Lions. Hand off to Jace Walker. Slips a couple of tacklers, cuts back to the middle. There's a penalty flag coming in. See if they've got another hold. They've got another hold. Yep, they're on this side official.
Looks like it. Walker trying to find a hole there, and he did, courtesy of the hold. And again, just another untimely penalty there. It's going to take him back. 3rd and long here.
Well, we'll see if they the result of the play was a loss on the plays. We're going to see if they're going to.
Looks like we're going to repeat 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to back him up. I'm surprised by that, Brooks. There was a loss of about 5 or 6 on the play. The ball was going to be back around the 10-yard line, I think. But the Rattlers take the penalty.
Yeah, I think just with their lapses in defense today, they're really going to rely on trying to make a stop here. You got to get a good pass from Cosby here. He's probably going to look for Smith or a short pass there to Walker to cut inside. So they're probably relying just on the fact that they've had a few lapses.
Okay. Yeah, Coach Connaughton is going to decline that penalty. He came in I think the officials just assumed he was going to accept the penalty, Brooks. Just started marching it off. Lions offense stays on the field. It's going to be a 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Yep.
Walker Little in the backfield. 2 receivers split to each side. See what play Coach Ware has dialed up. See if they can't catch a hole in that defense.
See if Walker in motion.
Yep. Comes to the near side. Cosby rolls to his right. There it is. Pass. Ooh, intercepted in the end zone. He's going to bring it out of the end zone. Out over the 20. Austin Cosby on the tackle. Out at about the 29-yard line. So turnover for the Lions, which is not what they wanted. Just had to believe he had a man open for just a second, and the defense picked up, saw his, I think, kind of looked at his eyes right away, Brooks, and zoned in on it.
Yeah, and Cosby, got to give him great effort there. Lots of open men for only about split second, and just doing a little bit too much there, trying to squeeze it in that window. But you bounce back here on defense, and Cosby overall has been handling the ball pretty well. 2 interceptions on the day, but again, those aren't not missing any terrible coverage, just tight windows that didn't fit.
5 receivers in the pattern. Man in motion going to the far side. Ball's on the ground. Recovered by the Lions. Oh, my gosh, what a huge turnover. I don't know what happened, Brooks. I don't know if it hit. I don't know if he hit the man. Was the man in motion? Yeah, the man was in motion.
It looked like it hit the man in motion.
He didn't allow him to clear. And when he snapped the ball, it hit the man in motion because it went 6-7 yards to the right outside of the tackle. And Straken started pointing at it, he had no chance of getting that ball.
I mean, and that's huge. Look, right under 2 minutes on the clock here. What would have been, maybe a minute left, maybe 45 seconds at the end of a potential 3 and out there turns into 2 minutes to play at the 30.
1st and 10 for the Lions at the Rattlers 31-yard line. Lions threw an interception there at the end of that last drive when it was 4th and goal from the 12. But now they take over after the fumble recovery.
Let's go defense. Pass.
He's got a man. He's wide open. Caught. Jace Walker. No flags. Touchdown. Touchdown Lions. Brooks, this looks like the Cowboys secondary. I mean, these guys are wide open.
Yeah, again, very unlikely. The Rattler defense has been pretty solid throughout the season. Now, last week, their offense seemed to be more of the issue, not putting any points on the board, but still keeping the other team to 28 points. But, yeah, tonight we're already at 21, and we're not even at half.
Yeah, Cade Johnson on to make it 21-7. Minute 50 left here in the first half. Low snap. Corley picks it up. Cade Johnson punches it through. So that is good, and the Lions take a 21-7 lead with 1 minute 50 seconds left here in the first half.
Would you
Lions
believe
flag crew is out?
That's the first fumble recovery for the Lions all year. Doing it all on defense tonight. Interception, fumble recovery, stopping the run game. This Lions defense really supporting Austin Cosby and Jace Walker on that drive there.
Absolutely perfect weather, as we mentioned, here for this game. We'll try to give you some scores here from around the Metroplex momentarily.
One key score to look at, too, today is going to be the Midland Christian. They're facing Friendship. Now, Grapevine Faith is in 6th place in standings and TAPS D1 standings, and a win tonight would put them at 1-3. And Midland Christian, who is already at 1-3, if they Friendship takes the game against them tonight, that would bump Grapevine Faith up to 5th. A lot of season left. Win tonight would be awesome for the Lions. Hold on here for these next about 26 minutes.
One of the first district game for the Lions is against Fort Worth All Saints. They lead West Valley 36-0 in the second quarter. Prestonwood Christian over Nolan Catholic 42-7 in the second. Regents over Brookhill 21-14. That's in the second quarter as well. Antonian Prep up 21-9 over St. Michael's. And here comes Cade Johnson for the kickoff. Line drive kick. Kicks all the way back to the 10-yard line. Finally picked up by one of the backs by the Rattlers. And brings it out to the 20. So good defensive coverage there on the kickoff. Lubbock Christian up 32-0 over New Deal in the second quarter. That'll be a district game for the Lions. Liberty over Trinity Christian 28-0 in the second quarter. Remind you to stick around for halftime. We did not get a Stories of Faith recorded this week, so we are dipping into our Stories of Faith vault and replaying last year's interview with Coach Trey Dickert. Just a really, really neat guy. Everybody loves Coach Trey, and he's a dad, he's a granddad, he's a mentor. Just a really, really good guy. So you'll enjoy that. Stick around at halftime for Stories of Faith with Coach Trey Dickert, our replay from last year. All right, Rattlers 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. About a minute left here. Handoff around the right side. Nice gain there. Still on his feet. Finally taken down. About a 5-yard gain. Clock is running. Minute and a half left here in the first half. Lions lead 21-7.
Look at Trey Cooks there with the run, really supplementing what Hale had those first two drives.
3 receivers here on the near side. Cooks in the backfield behind Straken. Play action pass. Rolls over here to his right. To his left. Straken's going to keep the ball. He's just going to run it out of bounds, and he runs out at about the 35-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to stop the clock with a minute 10 left.
Yeah, and again, Straken dangerous when he can use his legs. Now, the defense has been great putting pressure on. The pocket's been dissolving the last 2 drives, but right there he got some extra time. It looked like we had a little bit of a just kind of QB contain, and he took advantage of that pocket on the left side.
Chased out of bounds by Beckett Ruiz. Love seeing him out there causing some disruption. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at their own 36-yard line. I feel like I'm in a rave tonight. There's more music being played between if there's any laps in the there's a deep pass way overthrown. Cannon Hunter on the coverage. There's a penalty flag down. I'm not sure. I don't know how in the world, if that guy had a moped, he could not have caught up to that ball. There is no way that ball is catchable.
I think he thought Noah Smith changed teams and was his receiver on that route there.
Now, you're going to call a hold on a kid if a guy, if he keeps it. But that, I'm telling you, man, it's that ball is, there's no way that ball is catchable. There's a penalty flag down on the far sideline, too. So let's see if they're offsetting. Let's see what we've got. I don't know if there's a hold over there. We're going to have a hold or a pass interference over here on the near side on the receiver against Cannon, I believe. And let's see what the penalty flag is for on this side. Let's see. A sideline warning against the Lions.
We got a sideline.
And we got a hold against the Lions. All right. Well, they have proven that they can throw penalties against the Lions. That has been established tonight. Trying to sound like too much of a homer, but good grief.
Yeah, in the middle of that call, Nate Demarest taking a break. He's been great on defense tonight. Ryan Purdue coming in just to kind of get him, rested here this last minute of the first half. But yeah, penalties one-sided for sure against Faith tonight. Some of them self-inflicted, some of them a little questionable, but that's football, right? You got to bounce back. You got to make some defensive plays.
So it's going to take the ball out to the 46-yard line. Exactly 1 minute left. Lions leading 21-7. 1 minute left here in the first half. 5 receivers in the pattern, 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Coach Holland telling his players to make sure that they're back in the living rooms of the houses that butt up against the Western Hills field here. Play action. Striking right across the middle. Incomplete. Intended for, I believe that was
Luke Robinson there.
Or Drew Harris. Remember, there's 3 number 1s. I got a bunch. So, hey, you're right, Luke Robinson. Hey, give a shout out to Dax Davis, who's on our camera. Dax doing a great job tonight. That's from Spencer Head giving you a shout out, Dax. So he's saying great job. Appreciate Dax out here.
Yeah, it looks like Luke Robinson and Trey Cooks might be, some of the more prominent targets he's going to hit here. Try to hit here. 47 seconds left in this drive.
47 seconds left. Clock stopped. 47 seconds left here in the first half. Lions leading 21-7. 2 receivers on each side with Cooks in the backfield. Snap back to Straken. Looking to pass. Steps up the pocket right across the middle. Again overthrown. And I'm looking for another penalty flag. And no, I don't see one. Okay. Straken is we talked. Coach Holland talked about this in his pregame. Again, we apologize. We weren't able to get that to you. We'll put that on the Faith YouTube channel. But Straken, his completion percentage is not that high. But when he does hit, it's usually for a big reception. They had that big, about a 60-yarder for a touchdown in the second quarter.
The Faith defense is really challenging him here. I think, in their past matchups, they've really been used to Jack Garza getting open. I don't know if we've noticed, really shouted it out. Garza's not been playing today. I don't know if he's injured or but he has not been in the snap today.
Third down. Straken looking to pass. Good pressure by Austin Odette.
Get him, Becky!
Trying to take him down. He can't. Finally gets him down. Atta boy. Beckett Ruiz. Beckett Ruiz. Atta baby Beckett. Let's go. Coach Music over here just coming out of his shoes cheering for Beckett on that tackle.
And Faith has doubled their sack total on defense tonight that they've had the whole year. That's their second sack of the night. Huge tackle right there from Ruiz.
13 seconds left. Clock's running. Looks like both teams are going to be satisfied with just letting the clock run out. The offense lined up to punt, but I don't think they're even going to get it away. So, yeah, it's going to run the clock out, and that's going to be the half. Well, a very, very solid first half for the Lions. Couple plays on defense they've got to shore up. So a lot of penalties against the Lions, way more than the Rattlers for sure. But great job there by the Lions to take advantage of some turnovers by the Rattlers. And they lead 21-7 at halftime. You're watching Grapevine Faith Football here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. We'll be back shortly for the second half. Stay tuned for Stories of Faith with Coach Trey Dickert. Halftime of the Grapevine Faith Lions John Paul II Cardinals game, which means it's time for our Stories of Faith segment. If you're not familiar with this gives us an opportunity to tell the amazing stories behind the people here at Grapevine Faith Christian School. And this week, I'm really excited. Coach Trey Dickert's with me. If you've never met Coach Dickert, I can promise you're going to fall in love with him, as all of us have over the years before the end of this show. So, Coach, thanks for sitting down with me, and we're excited to visit with you.
Appreciate it.
Well, I guess to start out, let's talk about your beautiful family. I got to sit next to you and your sweet wife at a Rangers game back in the spring, and that was a blast. And I got to see who keeps him in line. But I know you've got kids and grandkids in the picture, so tell us about the Dickert family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you're right. It depends on who you ask. My wife will say we have 4 kids. She has 4 kids. I have 3 kids. We have a beautiful daughter. We've married her off, a son-in-law and a 2-year-old grandson. And then I have a 16-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter, both over in Coppell.
Wow. Well, never a dull moment.
No, never a quiet nor a dull moment.
Well, you attended Charleston State University, and you majored in exercise and sports studies.
Yes, sir.
Did you aspire to do something full-time, like in exercise physiology or PT or something like that?
No, they use that. That's a big word for PE. I was going to be a coach right out of the gate. So I wanted to coach, and I got my certificate, and I was, going to come out and teach and coach, did my student teaching. As soon as I graduated, I got a phone call from a buddy of mine, was like, hey, you want to go into sales? And threw a few extra dollars. And, of course, right as you graduate, $20 is a lot of money back then. So I chased the dollar right then. Still kept the passion of coaching, but that got me into distribution and sales and management, and still continue that through the day.
Well, I thought it was interesting that you were student body president. You're Halftime of the Grapevine Faith Lions John Paul II Cardinals game, which means it's time for our Stories of Faith segment. If you're not familiar with this gives us an opportunity to tell the amazing stories behind the people here at Grapevine Faith Christian School. And this week, I'm really excited. Coach Trey Dickert's with me. And if you've never met Coach Dickert, I can promise you're going to fall in love with him, as all of us have over the years before the end of this show. So, Coach, thanks for sitting down with me, and we're excited to visit with you.
Appreciate it.
Well, I guess to start out, let's talk about your beautiful family. I got to sit next to you and your sweet wife at a Rangers game back in the spring, and that was a blast. And I got to see who keeps him in line. But I know you've got kids and grandkids in the picture, so tell us about the Dickert family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you're right. It depends on who you ask. My wife will say we have 4 kids. She has 4 kids. I have 3 kids. We have a beautiful daughter. We married her off, a son-in-law and a 2-year-old grandson. And then I have a 16-year-old son and a 15-year-old daughter, both over in Coppell.
Wow. Well, never a dull moment.
No, never a quiet nor a dull moment.
Well, you attended Charleston State University, and you majored in exercise and sports studies.
Yes, sir.
Did you aspire to do something full-time, like an exercise physiology or PT or something like that?
No, they use that. That's a big word for PE. I was going to be a coach right out of the gate. So I wanted to coach, and I got my certificate, and I was, going to come out and teach and coach, did my student teaching. As soon as I graduated, I got a phone call from a buddy of mine, was like, hey, you want to go into sales? And threw a few extra dollars. And of course, right as you graduate, $20 is a lot of money back then. So I chased the dollar right then. Still kept the passion of coaching, but that got me into distribution and sales and management, and still continue that through the day.
Well, I thought it was interesting that you were student body president your senior year at Charleston State. I dug some dirt up on your coach.
Yes.
So what motivated you to run for that, and what was that experience like?
So I was very involved. I love Tarleton. I was very involved there. I loved it so much I turned that 4-year degree we just spoke about into 5. And I was involved. I was in a fraternity. Eventually became president of that. Again, just leadership roles. The Student Programming Association, we brought concerts and event to campus. I led that. And then ultimately the last thing to do was I was always involved in student government. There's some things on campus that I would always question. And it's one thing I always like to try to provide a solution. And it's one thing to sit in the background and say, well, I wish, or why don't we? Got involved in student government, and then ultimately, yes, my last year was student body president. So
that's awesome. Well, so after college, you mentioned kind of chasing, looking for, you need to be able to pay your bills, right?
Correct.
So you've been in that kind of that distribution that you talked about. Tell us about what you've been doing, because I think a lot of people think, oh, he's full-time coach when they see you here. You have a full-time job and you do this on the side, which we'll get into in just a second, but talk about kind of what you've been doing since college.
Correct. So I got into plumbing distribution right out of the gate. The housing market, we'll just say took a dip down in 2007, 2008. Switched over to a different distribution company now. I'm with a company called Worth. It's cabinet hardware, knobs, pulls, the big machines we sell to cabinet shops, fabricators. Oversee all the logistics, customer service side from basically Baton Rouge to Seattle to San Diego. So do a little bit of traveling, do that around football season. I kind of travel a little bit during the bye week. And then in the spring I'll kind of take off and do that. But been doing that for, almost 20 years now.
Wow. So talk about that amazing family you have. You got a full-time job on the side. And my goodness, you are here, what seems like full-time. You're up here. You're JV head coach, so you're here every Thursday night.
Correct.
You're also assisting with the varsity. You're at every practice Monday through Friday. You're reviewing film. How do you find the time?
Well, you make time. So you have priorities. First off, my wife will make me do this because she knows this. She's like, you need this.
Wow.
This is my hobby. This is my passion. I actually started coaching while I was still a senior in high school. So I coached each one of my siblings. So I knew from a very early age that I wanted to coach. So I've coached my sister in softball, one brother in soccer, one brother in baseball. Went to college, as we just spoke about, and during that time I coached, intramurals. I coached for some youth stuff in the City League. Even once I did get the full-time job, I was coaching. I did some adult stuff. I did arena ball. I did some semi-pro football stuff. So I've always been coaching in some form or fashion. And again, my wife has really supported me and almost pushed me to do it because, again, this is my hobby.
Yeah. Wow. Well, they say, behind those coaches, there's a wife back there that is super supportive, and the fact that she's encouraging that is huge. So
100%.
That's awesome. All right, so you did all of those different things. How in the world did you end up here at Faith?
So it's funny. So I mentioned I did the adult stuff, the semi-pro, the arena stuff, and then whenever my son started playing, I was like, okay, nope, I'm done because I'm not going to miss an event of my son.
Sure.
So he started playing. And he played his first year of football, flag football, and I hadn't coached that young of kids yet, so I was like, I'm going to step back and wait. But just like we talked about the student body president stuff, I'm on the sideline, and as we both know, the smartest people are always in the stands. The smartest people in any sport are always in the stands. And I was that guy. I was like, what are they doing? I know this. I know that. So I started coaching my son in second grade and his team, youth football, 2nd through 6th. And then I met an amazing man, a mentor, spiritual mentor, Barry Ford. His son, Jake Ford, on the team. We coached together through 6th grade. They're done playing. I was like, well, I guess I'm done for a while. And then I get a phone call. He's like, hey, do you want to keep coaching? And of course, that's a silly question. It's like, of course I do. He's like, well, I want you to come up to Grapevine Faith and meet the coach. And so I came up here, and at the time, Chris Hogan was the coach. And so I had lunch with him. Ended up meeting Brandon Smeltzer, amazing, another mentor right there. It's a whole different story right there. I mean, he impacted my life, my marriage, as a father, a better person because of him. So Barry got me plugged in here. Start off with the 7th grade, and then with this junior class, they just can't get rid of me because we went from 7th grade to 8th grade to JV. Now they're stuck in the varsity, so just been moving on ever since.
That's awesome. So we have Barry Ford to either blame or to thank for you being here. Yeah. So all those things that we just talked about, they come from a love of the game, but they also come from a love for influencing the lives of young men. Talk about what that coaching means to you, because I know it is about the X's and O's. You're pouring into that, and you want to teach, but there's also a lot more behind that.
No, for me, the actual sport part of it is almost secondary. I teach each and every one of my kids that I deal with and I interact with as gentlemen, leaders, scholars, men of God. And you can, right now, if any one of these boys were to walk in the room right now who've interacted with me, they'll repeat that. So ultimately, that is the goal. And once they are a player of mine, like I've made a friend for life. I've been to plays of these. I've been to choir concerts, music concerts, different sporting events outside of things that they do. They play other sports. A coach is somebody who can truly impact a life. I was impacted by my coaches. And so there's so many things that they do outside of the locker room, off the field, that it's nice to have another mentor, a positive role model in our life, especially for men. Right now, we're in a time where, outside of certain walls, it's almost looked down upon to be a masculine Christian male. Mm-hmm. And I just do not agree with that. So I try to support that and provide that leadership. So again, they can grow up once they leave here, once they leave interacting with me, they are, gentlemen, leaders, scholars, men of God.
I love it. Well, you've mentioned your faith several times, and I know that your relationship with Christ is paramount. Tell us a little about your faith journey.
I was blessed from very early age. I was raised in the church, was raised Episcopalian. We moved around quite a bit as a kid, so we did switch churches quite a bit. We moved to Coppell, where I actually reside now, right around 2000, and got plugged into Fellowship Church, and I loved it. We still active members now. Got me involved with the special needs ministry.
Wow!
And again, the whole family goes. We love it. They have a great children's program, so the kids. It wasn't like when I was a young kid, and it was kind of had to pull me to go to church. The Sunday school and stuff, but found God in an early age, and it's a part of my everyday life.
You mentioned about spending time with your guys off the field as well, and I know you've had a lot of interaction and conversations with them. From what you hear from those interactions, what are the biggest challenge, or maybe the biggest challenge that you see that your young people are facing today?
There's not it's hard to get away. So like when I was young, things might happen at school, whatever, but as long as you made it home, it was peace and quiet. Now where, you carry around cell phones and there is no escaping the outside world. Now everything's immediate. Everything's, there's no wait. There's no patience. Yeah. There's no, everything's just so right now. And so it's hard to find that quiet time. Mm-hmm. So the challenge I would say for, this younger generation is just, trying to fit in a society sometimes where you don't necessarily want them to fit in.
Yeah. Well, man, there's an opportunity that you've taken advantage of to influence them and to speak into them and to really gain relationship with them. So we're super appreciative of that. the big game coming up. Obviously, we're in the middle of that game right now. Any last thoughts before we wrap up? Anything you want to share from your experience here at Faith?
Man, I love it, especially this season, the progress that these kids have made. And right now the results maybe not have been what we want them to, but the progress, I mean, coming out, and just from my position alone, defensive line, coming out of summer ball, I had 3 senior starters and a junior that was going to rotate in. Now I have 2 freshmen and a junior who was not in that rotation, who's just coming down out of linebacker, who's going to now play defensive end. And to see these kids thrive, to see this young team thrive, and to see them, now they're starting to see their work, it's starting to pay off. And now that they're having, some individual success, which now I believe will lead to team success, they're bought in. So now they're trusting the process. We have a great culture. Coach Holland has set a very high expectation of these boys on and off the field. And to bring in Coach Ware, we are very blessed. We're very lucky to have those guys. The program is in a very good place.
Grapevine Faith Christian School is unique and special because of the students, the parents, the families, the faculty, and staff. And it's unique and special because of gentlemen like Trey Dickert. So, Coach, we're lucky to have you. We're so thankful that you're here. Just appreciate the opportunity to sit down and tell your story.
Thanks, Steve.
Well, if you're interested in finding out more information about Grapevine Faith, you can visit grapevinefaith.com to schedule a visit or find out more information. The second half of your Grapevine Faith Lions and John Paul II Cardinals coming up next here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
All right, we are back here at Western Hills High School here in Fort Worth, Benbrook, Texas, I guess technically, but it's Fort Worth, Texas. Lions lead at halftime, 21-7 over the Atlas Rattlers home school. And the Lions finished that first half there in a strong way, Brooks. I think you had some stats and stuff you want to kind of run through with us. What you got? Big numbers put up by Cosby.
I mean, goodness gracious, Cosby with 300 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And we talked about one of them just trying to fit it in that narrow window. Got to make a little bit of smarter decisions, but he's had a lot of open men, so not too worried about that. He has now surpassed 1,000 career passing yards here in his second year, so a huge milestone for Cosby. Noah Smith, 154 receiving yards and a touchdown. If he has 56 more receiving yards in this half, he will also surpass 1,000 career reception yards. He has a touchdown. And then you got Jace Walker, 83 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, he had 6 receptions on that one drive that put us up 14-7. I mean, he's been all over the field. He's had 17 more yards for Jace Walker, and it will actually be the first time this season that the Grapevine Faith Lions have had 2 separate receivers with over 100 receiving yards. And if you remember last week, Jace Walker had over 100 rushing yards, so really trying to go on all planes of the field. Meanwhile, the Rattlers, have just hit a standstill after their first drive. They have 202 total yards, 142 of those coming from rushing, and 61 of those rush yards coming from a single play. Alex Hale with the jet sweep rushing touchdown. Meanwhile, Straken, 4 for 16, a 25% completion percentage, 60 yards passing, and 47 of those coming on that one wheel route. We do have an update from what we could tell. We'll keep you guys updated, but Alex Hale seemingly out with an injury. We saw him hobbling off earlier. We don't see him on the field right now. We saw him hobbling off earlier, so hope he's okay, but that would be really big for the Lions here to maintain that momentum on defense. And kind of hopping in those keys of the game for the Lions is stopping the run game and stopping big plays, and so far they've done that pretty well.
Yeah, those are some great stats there. You mentioned Hale there. We were literally is up here at halftime and on top of the press box. We looked down at the parking lot right behind us, and walking behind us was Hale with, I'm assuming, some family members. One of the family members was carrying his helmet, and he was walking under his own power. It didn't look to be limping at all. Brooks, you mentioned he got injured early. I think it's sometime in the first half, maybe it was first quarter. But we didn't see anything else after that. And then, man, all of a sudden, he is walking back to his car, and he's essentially done for the night. So that was not a sight that the Rattlers wanted to see for sure.
Not at all. And Cooks out there Trey Cooks has really been their back tonight. Jackson Nauman, who's normally been their back, again, averaging 9 yards a carry with 2 touchdowns, really hasn't been involved in the run game. He's had just about probably 20 rushing yards today. So the Rattlers, really relying on that heavy running game from Hale, and that got stopped. And then Straken with the passing game. Again, he's only got 60 yards passing, and, I mean, if he keeps that up, it's going to be about a 40-point difference by the end of the game if Straken can't keep that up. Quick scoring update, just a reminder of how our scores came in earlier. Noah Smith, an 83-yard touchdown reception to start off the scoring for the Lions. The Rattlers bounced back with an Alex Hale 61-yard rushing touchdown. And then Jace Walker coming in with a 13-yard touchdown reception and then a 32-yard touchdown reception.
Here come the Lions out of their helmet to their sideline. The Rattlers were out early. They came out, they've been out probably 10, 15 minutes doing some warm-ups. Get you some more scores here. At halftime, Brook Hill down to Regents 21-14. All Saints up 36-0 at halftime over West Valley in a non-district matchup there. Parish Episcopal over Legacy Christian up 29-7. That's in the second quarter. Lubbock Christian over New Deal 40-0 at halftime. Want to give a shout-out to Van Shoemaker. Van, big player last year for the Lions on defense at nose guard. Had shoulder surgery this morning, and he's out. He's watching and live. So, Van, hopefully you're still watching this, brother. We love you, love your family, and hurry up and heal up, man, and get back out here and join us. We need you, and you're a big part of this Lions team. So, you were missed, and we are glad that you were out of surgery and that you're doing better and recovering. Dallas Homeschool up on McKinley Christian 13-0. Midland Christian and Friendship tied 14 at halftime.
Really pulling for a Friendship win there. Bump us up in the standings.
Yeah. Fort Worth Christian up 27-0 over St. Joseph in the second quarter. Coram Deo up 27-14 over Founders. The Lions, we mentioned earlier, they won the toss, elected to defer to the second half, so they will be receiving the opening kickoff here, which is great news for them, up leading 21-7. We talked about this halftime, Brooks, and you made up a good point. Last week in the second half, the Lions were outscored 17-0. The Lions, and Coach Holland mentioned this too, the Lions have got to find a way to close these games out and finish them. You got to play the full quarters, as everybody knows, and the Lions have just struggled to do that. They've had just some close calls and let some teams back in the game when they shouldn't. So it's going to be critical at critical moments here, Brooks, on key third down plays to make a stop, get turnovers, which they've already had, turnovers in this first half that they didn't have last week. So some key points here in the second half to make sure the Lions can hold on to this lead and take a victory.
Yeah, I mean, they've just held their heads high all season long. Some pretty close games to start the season, some heartbreaking losses, almost coming back in a few of those. And so be a big bounce-back win. They got to remember, it looks like they have been, a lot of season left. This is the fourth game, a great chance to bounce back here. It's far from over. We saw that Friendship Midland Christian. Keep an eye on that as it could bump us up in the standings, but a win regardless would be a great bounce back for this team. Cosby's put his heart on the field all season long. Just again some heartbreaking endings to a few of the games, but he really caught a stride at 300 passing yards the first half.
It's crazy.
And the rushing game's been great. Jace Walker again last week, 103 rushing yards on 19 carries. Today he's got he's got about 50 rushing yards today. And most of those have been about 5-6 yard pickups. So if they can hold on to the ball when they're running, get some more yardage and push those chains, it'll bode really well for the Lions to get their first win.
Noah Smith, Charlie Donovan, and Jace Walker back deep for the Lions to receive the opening kickoff here in the second half. Again, Lions leading 21-7. Just about to get underway here in the second half. From Western Hills High School in Fort Worth. That ball's down to Jace. He's going to let it go out of bounds, and that's going to should be a penalty. I don't see a penalty flag down. Okay.
It's a football player right there.
Let's see what the official.
Did he throw an imaginary penalty flag? I don't see one.
He's trying to say, I think, that Jace touched the ball. No, he didn't. Okay. I don't know why there's not a man, I'm as confused as everybody else out here. Sorry, folks. Jace didn't touch the ball. The ball went out of bounds. And so he didn't throw the penalty flag. So they spot the ball at the 25. So, man, if you know the rules out here, and if that's the right call, then I guess we'll roll with it. So,
I mean, I kind of keeps up with the trends. Penalty flag has not been thrown much when the Faith Lions are on offense.
Coach Allen is asking for clarification here. So that was weird. The ball didn't go out of bounds. Okay, yeah, there we go. They are going to. Okay, that is a penalty. Jeff Kropholler, Fort Worth Christian family, former Grapevine Faith family watching. Jeff, good to have you on the broadcast, buddy. Thanks for listening and watching. It's praying for a speedy recovery for Mr. Cade.
What now?
All right, there is a penalty flag down now. And they're calling an illegal procedure penalty against the Lions. Man, I'm going to bite my tongue here, folks. Just show a little grace. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm not sure I can help you out there with any information.
We hadn't even come set yet, and I don't know what the false start penalty was anyway. All right, so 1st and 15 for the Lions from the 25. Hand off to Walker Little, hit immediately, spilled at the 25.
And Little's been doing a good job. He just hasn't had many holes. He's done a great job, though, just pushing that line of scrimmage up 1-2 yards at a time. You know, those build up over time. He's been great getting that short yardage.
Jace Walker now in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. Lions getting the reset here from Coach Ware. We've got the play. Snap back to Cosby. Hand off to Walker right up the middle. Still on his feet out over the 30. Breaks free for another tackle. Yep. Still on his feet. Still on his feet. Brings it to the near side. Inside Rattler territory. No flags on the play. Great run there by Chase Walker. Man, he is tough to wrangle, isn't he?
I mean, 27-yard carry there from Jace Walker. And it looked like a squirrel just running across the yard. You try to catch it, and you can't.
It did, man. He just broke a couple tackles, pulled out of a couple of holes from some folks. Clock should be running, and it's not. Trying to get the clock running. There it goes. Another handoff to Walker. Finally dragged down. Yeah, couldn't get away from the hole there.
I think Walker put some sunscreen or baby oil on at halftime. People are slipping right off of him.
Gain of 1 on the play. Lions inside Rattler territory here at the 45-yard line. They lead 21-7. Just underway here in the second half. Second down and 9 here.
If you had Jace Walker in your fantasy football team tonight, you are doing really well.
Him and Noah Smith, right?
I think you'd be undefeated if you had them on your team.
Jason motion. Flushed out of the pocket. Austin's looking for a man downfield. Oh, look, intended for Charlie Bunch. Falls incomplete. Or should be intended for Noah Smith. He had Charlie Bunch deep one-on-one. He slipped past his defender, but I don't think Austin saw him. He was looking short for Noah.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to make up his mind there, too, if he wanted to try to get 2 or 3 yards on the run. And I'll let him go. But one thing I've noticed from Cosby, he's had some really good misses tonight. You don't want to miss your passes, but he's done a great job not throwing them too short right on top of the defender, but he's getting it just outside to either make a really good play or cause an incompletion versus giving the ball back over to the Rattlers.
3rd down and 9. Ball at the Rattler 45-yard line. Snap back to Cosby. Across the middle. He's got Noah Smith caught at the 25. He's down near the 20. No flags on the play. That's going to be a first down. Huge passing catch there from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith.
24 yards on that. That might be the shortest reception Noah Smith's had all game is 24 yards, but what a play. 3rd down. Get him in the red zone almost.
10 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter. Again, just somewhat underway here. Inside of 2 minutes underway in the second half. It's going to be a false start on Charlie Donovan. He tried to reset, and Boy, these little small penalties just eating the Lions up. They've been able to recover from them, but I know Coach Holland's not going to be happy with these. Just lack of discipline.
Yeah, that's something they're going to be working on this week in preparation for next week's game, is just minimizing penalties. If I can do my math even close to correct, it's at least 35 yards in offensive penalties.
Oh, easy, yeah. First down and 15. Snap back to Cosby. Hand off to Walker Little. Takes it around the right side. Gets inside the 25-yard line, so a gain of about gets about 5 of those yards back, it looks like. We'll call it gain of 4, so second down and 11.
Walker Little, again, just key player, getting 3, 4, 5-yard pickups. That gets him right back to second and about 10 here. And the Walker duo out there in the running back position has been deadly tonight.
Yeah, I've caught myself a couple. Here's Austin scrambling to his right. Throws back across the field, threw over Walker Little, and it was intended. I think that was really intended for Charlie Bunch, but it was a little bit underthrown. Austin was throwing on the run. So big third down play here for the Lions.
Yeah, what you're really looking for here, you obviously want the first down. You got to be conservative with the ball. You don't just want to give the ball over on a pass. Now, the run game, Walker has either been really hit or miss. He's had a lot of holes that he's hit, but when that pocket dissolves, so look to get a short pass here, maybe on a cut, or just have a one-on-one, get open in the end zone.
Third down. Snap back to Cosby. Chased out of the pocket here to the far side. Throws it up. Caught! Noah Smith with another acrobatic catch.
Dun-dun-dun,
there's a penalty flag down. Of course there's a penalty flag down.
I didn't think there's a penalty in the rule book for amazing catches, but I might be wrong.
It's thrown by the linesman on that far side, but it was downfield. I don't know what it could possibly be.
I'm thinking it might have been some sort of holding. Yep,
it's going
looks
to be
like holding on the defense.
Yeah. All right, holding against the defense. Man, I was about to say, dude, I'm about to jump off this Prex box over there and have a conference with these boys.
I mean, Noah Smith all night. I mean, that's the name you hear when we're at home. The PA, you hear Noah Smith just about every 5 seconds, and it's not any more true than tonight. He's had some incredible plays.
Well, you had an amazing athlete that could jump out of the gym that graduated last year in Ben Wagner, part of that state championship 4-man relay for Grapevine Faith, so just could absolutely fly. But Noah Smith has done an amazing job of just making some acrobatic catches this year, and that's another one. So handoff to Jace Walker right up the middle. Gets down close to the goal line. It's going to be stopped just short at the 1-yard line.
I mean, it is incredible how Jace Walker is able to find those holes. I don't know if he's got, like, some sort of handheld detector that allows him to see, but he has about found every hole that's opened up tonight. Turned about a 1 or 2 yard gain, getting stopped right there at the line. It's about 3 or 4 yards to put him right there in position to score.
Well, he's got a great eye trying to find those holes. Second down and goal from the 1. Then a handoff to Jace. And he is in for the touchdown. No flags on the play. Touchdown, Faith.
Walker with his 3rd touchdown of the night. 2 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. I mean, he's just putting on absolute clinic as Kay Johnson comes out filling in for Thomas Hudnall, about to go 4 for 4 in his first 4 PAT attempts.
Kay Johnson, actually. Yeah, Thomas is injured. Sorry. Huh?
Did I say
sorry. I thought you said Thomas Hudnall about to go 4
I said he was subbing in for Thomas.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I cut in the tail.
No, you're
there.
great.
Sorry about that. There's Cade up, and it's right down the middle. The great Caden Marchetti tells me that Noah Smith now has 200 receiving yards, and Jace Walker has 100 scrimmage yards on the night. And we still have 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lions leading 28-7. Boy,
amazing.
They've shown some resiliency tonight, Brooks, that they haven't in games in the past where they've had some penalties that have taken them out of, where they're driving and it's completely taken them off the rhythm. The Lions had a long third down play there, I think it was 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 9, and converted on that acrobatic catch by Noah down to the 2-yard line, and then 2 plays later, Jace Walker punches it in. But, man, this is what you need to see from the Lions, and they need to keep their foot on the throat of the Rattlers to continue to drive.
I mean, it's just been an incredible performance, and man, if you turned on a nature documentary, you would have been seeing the exact same thing on the food pyramid. Lions just absolutely tearing open some snakes, but might have to start calling them the honey badgers because they do not care about those Rattlers.
The honey badgers do not care.
But, I mean, to your point, Smith has been such a key playmaker, getting, even just big 30, 40-yard gains on those big penalties. And then you got, everyone on offense is just running through this defense. Jace Walker finding every hole. Walker Little getting a few yards to gain. Cosby just tearing up this secondary. And, yeah, to your point, they got to finish as that second-half team, and they've started off really, really well here in the third quarter.
No doubt. Here's Kay Johnson to kick off for the Lions. Kick down to the 25. Caught there. Good coverage by the – big hole there for a second. Tyler Brown on the tackle. Gets out over the 40-yard line.
Tyler Brown and Luke Kelly came over. He didn't like him running through Brown like that. He decided to take him down with him.
Lions got down the field quickly and had good coverage, and then just all of a sudden this big seam opened up, and the ball carrier saw it and ran through it, but they closed that back up. But a good run back now. The Rattlers starting with good field position at their own 43-yard line. My beautiful and talented and amazing daughter-in-law, Tess, watching from Waco, and my oldest son, your big brother, Evan.
And checking in the game
I think he's checking
on the
in.
top right side, Jack Garza. Not sure where he was the first half, but
yeah, we've not heard him. He's been a big target for Strachan this year, and we've not heard much of him. But there's Strachan. There's a handoff here. Cut back to the middle. Hit immediately by Corbin Irwin and drives him back.
That looked like the play from the blind side.
Boy, Corbin leading that pack of Lions there. Wow. And they're going to give him one on the play. Forward progress gives them a gain of 1. Second down and 9. But, boy, nice defensive stop there on that first down play by the Lions.
That's exactly what you need.
2 receivers split to each side with Cooks in the backfield. Handoff. Excuse me, that's not Cooks. That's going to be somebody else. I'll get to that number here in a second. Still on his feet. Cuts back and forth shifty. Inside line territory to the 35-yard line.
Outstanding run by number 28,
Jackson Noman on the carry there. So this is what the Lions got to do. They got to step up. Austin Odette limping off the field here. That's not a good sign. Ryan Purdue comes in the game for him.
And that's something that Faith's got to stop. And Noman and Garza playing together now. 2 dangerous weapons. Let's hope that's Nauman's only good rush there.
There's Cooks. Hand off to him. He's up the middle. Good stop there by Ryan Purdue. It just came in the game. Jackson Walker on the assist as well.
That run by number 5, Trey Cook.
Gain of 2 on the play by Cooks. Rattlers quick to the line of scrimmage. Again, 2 receivers split to each side. This is the formation they run here now 3 plays in a row, with Cooks in the backfield with Strachan. There's another handoff to Cooks, bring us to this side. Chased down by Ryan Purdue again. And gain of probably 2 on the play, we'll call it. So 3rd down and 6 at the Lions' 31-yard line.
Not sure what the Rattlers did if they took Ryan Purdue's extra snack for tonight, but he is wanting to tackle every single player on that offense.
Right.
Involved on every play so far this half.
Yeah, he's been very, very present already. Just subbed in the game for Austin Odette. Hopefully Austin's okay. He was limping off. Went off under his own power, but was kind of gimpy getting off the field. All right, 2 receivers split to the far side with 1 here on the near side. They're Strachan with a handoff to Nauman. Still on his feet, escapes a tackle. Cuts back. He is shifty. Holy cow. Slips up at about the 12-yard line, but that's going to be enough for a first down. Big run there by Nauman, man. He has been very effective for the Rattlers running game.
Yeah, he's had about 40 rush yards on this drive alone, which is about a fourth of what they had the entire first half. He's really been running all over the field. They got to make sure to cut down those holes and get him stopped at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 for the Rattlers at their 11-yard line. Handoff to Cooks. Big Nate Demarest there. Colton Edwards in there as well, along with Charlie Bunch. So several lines. Austin Odette was running back in. They pulled him back out, but that's a good sign to see him about to go back in the game. Slade Corley in for the Lions here defensively for Ryan Purdue. 2nd down, loss of 1 on the play. So 2nd down and 11. I'm sorry, gain of 1 on the play. Sorry, they're at the 10-yard line. Handoff.
What a stop.
Big stop there by Nate Demarest. coming up big.
Demarest has been fighting hard all night to break through and catch at the line of scrimmage, and he finally reaped those rewards right there. Huge tackle.
Well, this is what you need to see with them knocking on the door here. The Lions defense stepping up. Jackson Walker coming in from the linebacker position to make a stop as well.
Yeah, you're up 3 scores with under 5 minutes now, so time is of the essence. You can take some time off the clock, but this Faith defense, if they can draw more time out, make some stops.
Another handoff to Nauman. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Hit by Jackson Walker. He's still on his feet. Man, he is a strong little runner. That is down close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. There is a player down for the Lions. That is not a good sign. He's grabbing his knee. I can't tell who that is. We'll try to get a number for you here in a second. It's Christian Corley's, what I'm being told. He's holding his right knee, and that's a knee that he has a brace on. And he's trying to standing up on his own power, but he's definitely favoring that right knee. Both teams go towards their sideline for a quick timeout. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lions leading 28-7, so Christian's going to walk off on his own power, so that's a good sign, very good sign.
Love to see that.
Folks, remind you, Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud supporters of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commissions, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877-YOUR-HERO, and you'll see why they've been Gibbet-free since '83. I am a Reliant Air Conditioning client myself. Our AC went out last year, and Jeff called Jeff and had a crew out the next day and got us fixed up. So highly recommend Reliant Air Conditioning.
Did you jump in the pool to cool off in the meantime?
Exactly, yeah. All right, 4th down. Oh, big stop, but he's still on his feet. Let's see what they give him. I don't think he got it, Brooks.
He didn't. Huge stop from the Lions there.
Jackson Walker was in quick. The linesman on the far side doesn't. He was basically telling the chain gang to stay where you are until we get this figured out and see where they mark it.
Yeah, from what it looks like initially, I mean, he maybe got a foot over, and the placement of the ball there is.
The lineman on this side.
Wow.
The lineman on this side walked it at the 2-yard line, and then he had the ball and walked to the 1.
Oh, got some flags. Lots of flags flying in the air right now.
I
thought a bird dropped out of the air. I saw 2 more flags come down.
What is, I don't know if it was. It's a penalty against the Lions.
They're pointing at, looks like they're pointing at either a player or they're pointing at some fans down there underneath behind the end zone. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, it's like the players the players are looking in the end zone.
Looks like there's some chatter maybe coming in from some individuals on outside the end zone.
No, they've got rabbit ears. They're listening for anything and everything. So we've established that. That's going to move the ball half the distance to the goal. So
we'll move from 1 yard to.
There is no half-yard line, but it is essentially a half yard from the goal line.
Well, with Jackson Nauman running the way he is, need another big defensive line stop here, especially from Nate Demarest. I mean, he's been involved all night. Doesn't look like Demarest is out there right now. Might be taking a breather.
Pistol's going to talk this over. Not sure what there is to talk over.
Do you have the circus car music we could play in the meantime?
Cue the Benny Hill theme song. Head lineman is going to tell Coach Holland exactly what's going on. I think it may have. Yeah, there's some Lions fans down in the end zone. I think.
It's hard because some of the players are looking back. It doesn't look like the players were chattering, but it doesn't seem like anyone's chattering right now from behind the end zone. So
yeah, I see guys with their arms crossed, and I'm not sure what they heard. But all right, 1st and goal. It's a handoff to Strauman. He's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, And the way Nauman's been running this drive, I mean, it was bound to happen. He's had the majority of their yards on this drive, I think well over 65, 70 yards. And finally caught his break there to cut the score in half.
Well, 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, and the Rattlers trying to make it 28-14. Folks, just want you to know, you are not at a rave. You are not at a disco. It's just music in any dead air. We're going to fill it with music tonight. Kick is up, and that's right down the middle, so that's 28-14 now. So, you know, Brooks, you got a 14-point lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. You need to play like it. Let's don't, you know.
Yeah,
continue, pin your ears back and continue to be aggressive on defense and be aggressive on offense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just some really key runs from Nauman there. Lions did as best they could, but some holes opened up, and that's really where we've been seeing them strong tonight, is closing those gaps easy at the line of scrimmage. That's why they had Hale running that jet sweep earlier, so they just need to firm up a little bit on that line, contain them to the side. That's really where they've been strong at, but not too worried. I mean, Cosby and like I said, Smith and Walker and Little, and you know, even Charlie Bunch and getting in on the action. It's looking really, you know, they can continue the pace of play they've had, continue, you know, smart decisions on offense.
Yeah, I mentioned being aggressive on offense. I'm not saying you got to throw, you know, on every down, but let's, you know, play the long game here.
Definitely don't want to
note the clock. Yeah, you don't want to turn it over.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be too conservative, especially with the runs.
Kickoff by to Jace Walker at the 15, still on his feet right up the middle. Nice return out over the 35. So Lions are going to have good field position to start this drive.
That was a great return. About at least 15.
Yeah, about a 20-yard return. He caught it about
20,
the 15,
yards.
gets up to about the 35, 36-yard line. So
I will say this offensive line has been incredible tonight. You know, I don't think we've seen any sacks. Cosby's had a lot of time back there in the pocket. Great job from this offensive line. Should continue keeping that up.
Jackson Walker in the backfield for the Lions.
Oh, there's a free play.
Play offsides. Your pass here to the near side to Noah Smith. Gets out over the 40-yard line. A couple of guys try to take him down. They finally wrestle him down. They help him up. Offside against the Rattlers.
I mean, if he had one more second before he threw, I think he would have had Charlie Bunch open down the line. I mean, smart decision to go ahead and get it off, at least get a few safe yards. But, man, would have been awesome. Just one extra second right there to get Charlie down. Might have been a touchdown.
Coach Connaughton for the Rattlers on talked to him this week. He said one thing that they really were going to work on was they knew the Lions had a hard count, and they were going to work on that. They've been working on it all week. And that time they just couldn't resist. So offside penalty results in a 5-yard differential here. So 1st and 5 for the Lions, out over their 41-yard line now. Lions leading 28-14. 3 minutes, 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. Got some music playing here as we snap the ball, which is always fun. Cosby hit.
Ball's loose.
Jump on the ball. They're going to call it. They're going to call it a loose ball.
That is a tackle for a loss. That is a sack. That is a fumble, and that is an Atlas Rattlers.
We talked about not turning the ball over, Brooks, and that was a blindside hit on Cosby. He didn't see anybody coming, and he just couldn't get the pass away, and ball popped loose.
And unfortunately, that was one of the first times that pocket dissolved, and the Rattlers took every advantage they could. Walker Little trying to get in on that. He got boxed out by 2 different defenders. Got to make a stop here on defense. Can't let Rattlers get any more momentum than they've had.
It's always fun playing football with the music playing in the middle of a play.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? The music's going. I can't hear you.
Exactly. Tight formation here for the Rattlers on 1st and 10. Handoff to Nauman. Sidesteps a couple of players. He's finally tackled by Jackson Walker.
Yeah, and again, just speaking on what Faith has really needed to improve on from the last few weeks is finishing the second half. Now, not too much to worry. They've tied scoring, one score the second half, but they got to keep this momentum limited.
Boy, I will say these linemen are really struggling on their spots, man. One guy had it at the 40, this guy had it at the 39. So ball is loose. I think the Lions got it. Let's see. Colton Edwards is in there. Colton Edwards got in there. Lions are pointing that it's their ball.
The fumble giveth.
Lions football.
And the fumble taketh away. Oh, man, you absolutely love to see
Cooks,
that.
Actually, I said Naaman. That's Cooks. He's frustrated with himself that he fumbled that ball. Boy, Colton Edwards jumped in there on that ball. Good job, Colt, to get on that loose ball. So now the Lions back with the football. Again, leading 28-14. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Clock hasn't moved much. We've had a couple of short plays with 2 turnovers almost back-to-back here. Jace Walker in the backfield with Austin Cosby. Receiver split to each side. There's a handoff to Jace. Penalty flag down. And he's going to blow the play dead.
Another
we got it. We got to back him up.
I mean, I'd love to get the stats from Caden here after the third quarter, and we'll report back, but it's got to be close to 80 yards on offensive penalties. I mean, they got to tighten those up.
I think Noah Smith breathed, and so false start against the Lions.
Well, kind of touching back on the defense, that stop right there, forcing a turnover. That is their second fumble recovery of the game. Coming into tonight, Faith Lions did not have a single fumble recovery. So 2 tonight. They've also doubled their sack count. They've had 2 sacks.
Yeah, that's been huge. The turnover, the two fumble recoveries and made some big sacks at big times. Jace Walker in the backfield. 2 receivers split to each side again for the Lions. See what Coach Ware has dialed up. Clock running, 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Lions leading 28-14.
Jace Walker to get involved in this play.
Pass here to the near side. Caught by Noah Smith. He's outside of Rattler territory. Escapes a couple of guys. That's going to be a first down for the Lions. First down for the Lions, baby. Boy, you love that. Noah Smith is so shifty.
You love it. And to touch on the stats from earlier, Noah Smith has now surpassed 1,000 receiving yards in his career here just in his second year. He's putting up some video game numbers.
Yeah, he really is, man. He's done really, really well. First and 10 for the Lions. Inside Rattler territory at their 45-yard line. Clock running inside of 2 minutes in the third quarter. Lions leading 28-14. Hand off to Jace right up the middle. Hit immediately. Gets a couple of yards on the drive. Had his legs turning, but couldn't quite escape the grasp of the Rattlers defense.
Yeah. Ryan Purdue just got 2 men on him that time. Just really hard to block. Still got a yard or 2 out of that, but man, Purdue did as best he could with 2 defenders, but it's hard.
Joseph Pinkert on the stop for the Rattlers. It's been hard to call the Rattlers numbers. Their uniforms are not conducive for a night game, at least. I don't know about during the day, but it's hard to see their numbers, even though it's kind of fades from maroon to white. It's kind of a gray even, and it's hard to see their numbers, not as distinguishable as the Lions.
Yeah, it looks like
so
they got
second down and 8. Cosby pass to the far side, caught by Walker Little. Tries to cut back inside. Gets maybe a yard.
Third down. It's third down. Let's go
Big third down play here for the Lions.
Yeah, talking about those numbers, looks like someone just sneezed and then smeared their arm across the jerseys, and that's how they got the numbers out. I mean, they're 3 different colors, hard to see.
Yeah, and it's against they've got dark jerseys with dark pants on. It's just the number's not easily, like I said, identifiable.
Yeah, just trying a little too hard on the jerseys there.
Third down and 7. Lions have the ball at the Rattlers' 42-yard line. Walker Little in the backfield. Cosby looking to pass.
Oh, my.
And that ball is intercepted about the 15-yard line. Taking up the far sideline. He's still on his feet. He's going to take that. There's a penalty flag down. There's a penalty flag down. They took Noah Smith. They hit him in the back. They hit Noah Smith. Pretty cheap shot in the back, so that's going to bring that ball back. So the Rattlers are trying to plead their case.
That pass is intercepted.
But that happened right in front of both officials.
Yeah, and Cosby right there, just an third interception tonight. Again, he's been playing pretty well, but that one was just not the best miss that you want. Overthrowing it right in the middle of the hash, and just couldn't get there in time.
That's going to be a post-possession foul, so that interception will stand. The Rattlers will keep the ball, but that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. against the Rattlers. Should take the ball back probably close to their 30-yard line.
Well, time for one more play here once all is said and done, about 7 seconds left. But in the last minute and a half, that is the third turnover. Definitely don't want to keep sustaining that, especially on offense. You got to be conservative. You're up 2 scores, can't be too conservative, but just trying a little too much there on offense, and it's going to come back to bite us.
PA announcer having explained that to everybody that it's still the Rattlers' ball. So that is going to back it up to the 27-yard line, looks like. Be time for one more play, as you mentioned, Brooks, here in the third quarter. Lions leading 28-14. And did a good job in their first possession in the second half of driving down and scoring, Brooks. But since then, man, they've just had some costly turnovers, a fumble and now an interception. And they've got to maintain control of the football.
A lot of Straken's been looking at the sideline a lot after a lot of plays. Not sure if he's maybe it's because the ball's not set down there, but Straken looking towards the sideline on a lot of plays. Not sure if he's not seeing the signs or miscommunication, or he just doesn't like the plays. But
yeah, they got to get the ball swapped out, the Rattlers' ball, so they got to get their football in there. Once they get that done, 5 receivers in the pattern for the Rattlers. 3 here on the near side and 2 on the far side. One of the Rattlers players, I think, is still trying to plead his case on that block in the back. So
looks like Jack Garza inside that the slot. Nauman in here at the slot too. Would not be surprised if they went to one of those 2 guys.
Man in motion. There's a end around jet sweep. Shakes a couple of tackles. Still spinning. Stacked up there by the Lions, but a nice 5-yard gain there by the Rattlers. Jack Garza on the carry. So that's going to be the last play of the third quarter. We'll switch ends, head down towards the south end of the field. And the Lions leading 28-14. You're watching Grapevine Faith Lions football on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Back here at Western Hills High School in Fort Worth, Texas, Steve Anthony alongside Brooks Anthony. Lions leading 28-14, headed into the fourth quarter. Speaking earlier, the Lions need to figure out a way to close out a game. They've not been able to in their first 3. All 3 winnable games. But leading by 2 touchdowns here against the Rattlers. They've got to step up on defense, and the Rattlers are going to have a 2nd down and 7 from their own 33-yard line. Nauman has really come in. Hale was really their big weapon that we saw in their first games offensively. But Nauman has come in. Hale got injured. We mentioned that earlier. He left the game. He is not going to be returning. I take that back. Hale is back on the field.
Oh, he's back.
That is crazy. We saw him walking in the parking lot. So
might have just taken him down to McDonald's, got a McFlurry, and he's back.
I guess.
Well, and kind of just speaking on what we've talked about earlier, I mean, really the biggest issues the Rattlers had coming into today was stopping the passing game. The rush defense has been pretty good, and the first half it looked just like that. They were just sticking with the script, but this second half they've had an interception and really stopped the pass. See if Faith can turn around here on defense and get a big stop.
All right, second down.
There's a flag.
There's another penalty flag down. And let's see if they call dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rattlers. Must be on this sideline.
Yeah.
I guess.
Looked like something the coach might have said to the linesman here.
Interesting.
Well,
right.
to the referee's credit there.
Yeah, look, if we're
came back. So
if I'm going to call them, if I'm going to complain when we don't get a call, I gotta give them credit when we do.
Well, that's going to be really big, especially with Hale back in. You know, Nauman and Garza, their 2 biggest playmakers so far. I would not be surprised if they get a handoff here to Nauman or even a little screen pass to him.
Costly penalty for the Rattlers there. Takes the ball all the way back to the 18-yard line. They need to get to the 40 for a first down. Second down. Strachan looking to pass. Chased out of the pocket, Austin Odette. He finally runs out of bounds at about the 25. It's still going to be third down and 15. He get out to the 27-yard line.
Great job from Odette there, not giving up on the play, especially with Strachan, seemingly a little bit faster than him. Still was able to force him out of bounds there a little early. Really good effort there to keep it behind the original line of scrimmage.
So third down and 13 for the Rattlers. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Lions leading 28-14. Two receivers split to each side with Nauman in the backfield next to Strachan. Big third down play here. Hand off to Nauman. He's hit immediately. Big tackle there by the Lions. There's a penalty flag comes flying in. I think it's going to be a face mask, Brooks.
Yeah, it looked like as he was on his way down, he got yanked. And, it looks like it's going to be a face mask. Just another untimely penalty to happen there.
What a costly penalty there.
Yeah.
Golly, what a backbreaker.
And
Lions
again,
had a big stop there on third down when they needed it to force a punt.
Here we go, Rattlers.
Man, I will say, I have not seen this many flags flying through the air in a Madden game. I mean, there have been so many penalties tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of self-inflicted ones from the Lions, a few questionable ones, but would love to see the stats after the game to see how many yards we've given up.
This will not be well received by Holland. I can promise you that. This has been rough. Four receivers here for the Rattlers. Three on the near side.
Throw the flag.
Pass across the middle, complete to Hale. Inside of Lions territory. They get inside the 45-yard line.
It's a pitch and catch from number 3, Trent Strachan, to number 8, Carter McKinney.
Carter McKinney on the reception there. McKinney's been a good receiver for them. I mean, he's had 4 receptions, 147 yards coming into this game. He's had a few really key receptions for the Rattlers. Again, just had a little inside cut through the middle of the defense there to get big first down.
Strachan, thrown behind the receiver. Cannon Hunter with another opportunity. It was a low throw. There was no way that anybody could get that. It was thrown behind the receiver. Strachan was chased out of the pocket.
There's a lot of motion on the on the offensive line that I'm not sure if we're missing it on the linesman calls, but just a lot of motion happening up there. Not
in
sure.
The interior line. I thought you meant like men in motion, like the receivers. You're talking about the interior
line.
No,
offensive line. There's been a lot of motion. It looks like early. Could be wrong, but it's happened a few times.
Second down and 10 for the Rattlers at the Lions' 42-yard line. Pass across the middle. Overthrown. Intended for Garza. Falls incomplete.
I mean,
that time it looked like the receivers left early.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's happening all around. I'm not sure if it's just something that's being missed or there's just a lot of motion. They do have a lot of men in motion on a lot of these plays, and so I wonder if they're just keeping their eye on them and missing it. But, I mean, Garza has been a huge weapon coming in today. It's been really great for the Lions to keep him quiet.
3 receivers on the near side, 2 on the far side for the Rattlers. Big third down, 3rd and 10. Strachan looking to pass, looks to his right. He's got a man open, wide open. That is caught for a touchdown. Got behind Josh Harris, and safety help was late. And as Strachan hit him right in stride.
Yep.
Luke Robertson with their touchdown reception.
And, I mean, again, it's something that we've seen all year, the past 3 games, is not being a second-half team, being outscored 14-7 in the second half. I mean, the Lions have not scored since about 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
Rattlers now trying to make it a one-possession game. That kick is good. So with 10 minutes, 56 seconds left here in the game, Lions lead 28-21. And you feel a little momentum swing. Definitely the energy is much higher here on the Rattler sideline.
Yeah, and it's just momentum is everything, especially in the second half at home. Now, granted, it's not like there's a way too big of a crowd of Rattlers versus Lions fans, but the Rattlers have really been taking advantage of the momentum that they've got in second half. And even with the turnovers the Lions have forced, it doesn't seem like there's anything resulting out of those. Just some kind of moot points happening. Would love to see some more of that Austin Cosby and Noah Smith connection, but
well, you got to control the football, and you got to stop turning the ball over.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see a sustained drive where you eat a bunch of time off the clock. I mean, there's just under 11 minutes left in the game. Get a drive together here that eats up 7 or 8 minutes, punch it in the end zone for a 2-score lead, and leave just a little bit of time on the clock where there's not enough, with 2-possession game. Put it out of reach if you can.
Yeah, I expect the Walker duo to be very involved in this next drive.
Kickoff from the Rattlers. Caught by Charlie Bunch about the 28-yard line. Takes it back towards the middle of the field. Picks up a couple of blocks, still on his feet. Several penalty flags coming in.
Ball carrier tackled in the middle of the field, and we have a flag on the play.
You would have thought this was a NASCAR race, the amount of flags I've seen wave across this field.
Holding against the Lions. Oh, man.
I'm not sure they missed that Rattler special teams unit player there tackling one of our offensive players after the play was dead. But when you're causing a lot of self-inflicted penalties, you don't want other ones called against you, but too many penalties that we've inflicted that
no doubt
can't really argue against them.
All right, Lions going to start 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Got an Alfred Hitchcock movie going up here. I'm getting attacked by bugs like crazy all of a sudden, man.
Got Walker in the slot there.
2 receivers split to each side with Walker in the backfield next to Cosby. He's looking to pass. Caught by Jace Walker.
Huge.
Inside Rattler territory. And we talked about the Lions being aggressive on offense, man. They're not afraid to throw the football.
No, but if you see Walker in that slot position, it's 85% of the time it's going to go to him. He's been a huge playmaker from both scrimmage and in the slot position. Wouldn't be surprised to see another one go to him here soon.
Trying to get the clock to run. There we go, finally. The Rattlers going to be the benefactor of a couple extra minutes on the clock tonight when it's not starting what it's supposed to.
Ooh.
1st and 10. Lions inside Rattler territory at their 48-yard line. Noah Smith shifting inside. He goes back outside. Walker Little hand off to him. Around the right side, back to the middle. Nice run there on the play by Walker Little. Gain of about 5 yards.
I mean, if you were to look up consistency in the Webster's Dictionary, I'm pretty sure Walker Little would be in there. 4 or 5 yard rushes to keep moving the chains every single drive. He's been a great part of this offense tonight.
Gain of 5 on the play. Linesman Cannon Hunter in the game for the Lions. Jace Walker in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. 2nd down and 5. Hand off to Jace. Boy, quick shot out close to a 1st down. Yeah, that's going to move the chains. 1st down run there by Jace Walker.
You know what I miss right now? Hearing the lion roar after those 1st downs.
Right? You only get that at Grapevine Ford Field at a Lions game. All right, 1st down. Clock should be running. There it goes. 9.5 minutes left here in the game. Lions leading 28-21. Jace Walker again in the backfield next to Austin Cosby. We've not seen a lot of blitzes tonight like we expected. That was one thing that Holland mentioned that defensively that the Rattlers blitz a lot. We haven't seen a whole lot of that tonight. It brought pressure, but I haven't really seen full 6-7 man. There's a penalty flag down. Oh my gosh. So one of the linemen, I don't know.
I think the lineman sneezed and they called a penalty.
I don't. Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we've been here before. Too many times we've been here before, but about each time we've come back, it seems like we're doing better with the 1st and 15 than we are 1st and 10. And to your credit, talking about the defense from the Rattlers, they've had 24 sacks this year in 5 games. Not a lot of blitzing, giving Cosby a lot of time in the pocket.
First and 15 for the Lions from the 43-yard line of the Rattlers. Cosby chased out of the pocket. Caught by Jace Walker. Cuts back towards the middle. Another penalty flag down.
What is he calling?
I think there was a quota tonight for penalties they need to call today.
A hold against the Lions 40 yards away from the play. Boy, I'm telling you, Brooks, you remember the movie, Remember the Titans.
Oh, man.
Guys, the one thing we talk about in these broadcasts, we don't want to sound like homers and end up on the ticket homer call of the week and all that. But, man, this has been frustrating because the young men on the field don't really know what's going on. If they move or breathe, it's a false start. There's a hold over here that didn't even have any impact on the play. So Lions are going the wrong direction. First and about 25. They've got to get to the 28-yard line, and they're on their own 48. Snap back to Cosby. Runs to his right. Plants. Pass. Ooh, almost intercepted.
Wow.
Good job by Charlie Bunch of breaking that up. There's going to be a roughing the passer penalty. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Should be an automatic first down.
Mm-hmm.
Late hit there on the Rattlers on Austin Cosby.
Great awareness from Bunch there to cut in and not even try to catch the ball, but to hit down the arms of the defender.
Referee is saying something to Coach Ware. Coach Ware is this. I mean, you can't throw 25 flags against the Lions and then they hit your quarterback and you're supposed to sit there like nothing's happened.
Yeah, that was a really late hit. Cosby's, man, he is holding his own back there. He's had a few late hits on him. He's ready to scramble. There's been a lot of pressure here in the second half, and
that's going to
give
It's going to give the Lions a first down. 8 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the game. Lions leading 28-21. Costly penalty there for the Rattlers. We talked to Coach Hall and Coach Ware. Coach Ware went to the game. It was a bye week last week for the Lions. He went to the Atlas game, and he said he has never seen that many. He said it was penalties galore in that Atlas game against the Rattlers. And it was late hits. It was personal fouls, unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. So a costly penalty there. There's another flag down. Oh, my gosh. This guy has thrown more false start flags against the Lions. It is unbelievable. They literally can't do anything.
Yeah, a lot of penalties on the offensive line. I'm not sure if he's seeing something that everyone else isn't. But there's a lot of penalties. Really hard to tell if those are actually happening or if they just happen too much and slight movement is causing them to call it. But, I mean, again, you just absolutely hate to see that penalty.
Well, there's no advantage gain. It's like these guys are getting set. Like Caden Marchetti tells me that is 15 penalties against the Lions, only 5 for the Rattlers.
Yeah.
Snap to Jace, hand off to Jace
There
Walker.
he goes.
Around the right side. Gets a lot of that back. Good run there by Jace Walker.
Death, Taxes, and Jace Walker finding a hole. Great run there. Looks like it's about eight or so yards on that run, maybe more. Great run there to set up second down. But, yeah, those penalties are just really coming back to bite us. Again, a few of them self-inflicted, but it seemingly seems like the second half there's been a lot of false start penalties that I'm just not sure I've been seeing at all.
I mean, when you go looking for something, you're going to find anything, right? So, but you got to work through it. That's part of the game. It's an ugly part of the game, but it's part of the game. Second down, 7 for the Lions. Cosby, complete to Charlie Donovan, I think. Let's see.
And
no
late.
No. We're not going to call a pin on that. If they breathe, that's a Cannon Hunter was with the reception.
Late push there after
he was
the
down.
whistle.
Yeah, it is. Man, there's just a huge double standard here. Third down and 1 for the Lions.
Now, well, to the Lions' credit, they have fought through just about every single one of these penalties, give or take a few, to get right back in the drive.
Look back over to the sideline to get the play update from Coach Ware.
Would not be surprised to see Jace Walker get the ball in this.
And there it is to Jace. Around the right side, he's got more than enough for the first down. Still on his feet, spins around.
Go, baby.
Still on his feet, down to about the 10-yard line. No penalty flags on the play for the first time in about 20 minutes. And that's going to be a first down for the Lions at the 10-yard, about the 11-yard line. So they can still get a first down without scoring.
Close to a 20-yard run there from Jace Walker. I mean, he has been an absolute dog tonight. I don't know what they fed him this week, but he has just been going off all night tonight from the line of scrimmage and the slot position. He's been unstoppable.
Yeah, Jace has had an amazing game. Noah Smith, a lot of contributions tonight across the team.
Yeah, really proud of them, especially this drive. They've had, at least 4 penalties on this drive alone, and they're right within striking distance to go ahead and essentially put it away.
Yeah, you need to get to the end zone here. This would be huge. Hand off to Jace. Spins inside. The ball is down. I think he was ruled down. He was ruled down. Good job by Slade Corley to jump on the football, but Jace was ruled down. So second down, we'll call it second down, just outside the 5-yard line. We'll call it 6. Yeah, 2nd and 6. Ball's on the 2nd and 5. So ball's marked at the 6. They can get to the 1 for a first down.
I will say one thing I'm relieved to hear tonight, at least for the last 5 minutes. Not a lot of music been playing the last 5 minutes on this drive from the press box.
Yeah,
it's been very calming. Just under 5 minutes now. Not sure what the play clock's at.
Yeah, there's no play clock, as we mentioned here. Officials are keeping that on the there we go.
Speak.
Delay a game against the Lions. That's the 16th penalty against the Lions. 6 for the Rattlers.
That might have been on me for bringing up the play
clock.
Yeah,
way to
I'm
go.
sorry.
Good job, Brooks.
Yeah.
It's like the Rangers World Series against the Cardinals.
Oh, man.
Well, we won't talk about that.
Don't remind me.
I should
just stop talking at this point. Oh, man. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the 11-yard line. I mean, if anything, gives them a little more field to work with, Brooks. I guess if we're going to look at the bright side, assuming there's not another penalty here on this play. Austin chased out of the pocket. Stays on his feet.
Great job.
Runs right up the middle. Gets close down. He's almost to the 1.
What an adjustment from Kaja there. Pocket collapsed in about 2 seconds, and the wherewithal to scramble around and find an extra hole.
We haven't seen that from Austin a lot this year. Really haven't. Man, he'll tuck it and then he's still looking for a receiver, but by that time he tucked it and just ran.
Yeah, he's been really smart. I mean, that's one of many things to Cosby's credit. He's been very smart with the ball when scrambling and decided to use his legs.
Clock running. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes left in the game. Lions leading 28-21. 3rd down and 1. Ball at the 2-yard line. High snap, handed off to Jason. He's hit immediately.
And that right there is just slippery fingers. Smooth snap and reception there would have essentially given it a pretty good chance at a touchdown.
4th down. Cade Johnson going to come on to attempt a field goal.
I mean, Johnson's been Monday night 4 for 4 on his point after attempt. This will be the longest and most impactful attempt that he's had tonight, let alone this year.
Well within his range. It'll be about a 25-yarder. Christian Corley on the hold. Jake Ford on the snap. There's a penalty up. Timeout called. Yep, timeout called by the Rattlers. And that was not a great snap.
I'm sure glad that timeout was called.
That ball rolled along the ground, and they would not have gotten that kickoff. Or if they did, it could have been blocked. So we don't want to see that again.
Yeah, that right there.
So thank you, Rattlers, for saving that one. 3 minutes, 22 seconds left. Lions lead 28-21. Trying to put this game away, or at least somewhat in doubt, if they can convert here on a field goal attempt. Folks, remind you that Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud supporters of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commission, and they don't use shady sales tactics. So call 2 other companies first, get their price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877-YOUR-HERO, and you'll see how they've been gimmick-free since '83. Also want to give a shout-out to our gold and silver sponsors. Gold sponsors, Dustin and Alicia Parker, Box Financial, Justin and Pam Holt of Holt Dental, And our silver sponsors, Rodney and Stacy Meyer of Myers Pool Care, Leland and Chrissy Pennington of Pennington Concrete, Ryan Skelly at Affinity Rate Mortgage, and our friends at Waterview Marinas in Grapevine. So here we go. This is going to be about a 24-yard attempt.
And more stoppage. Not sure.
Coach Holland is he's talking to the referee, trying to figure out. I'm not sure. They had the ball. Interesting that Christian was spotting the kick at the 15-yard line. Now it's at the 14, almost the 13-yard line.
We'll take some extra yards. Big kick here from Cade. He's been money tonight.
Need a good snap and good hold here, Cade. Come on, kid. Good snap, a little high, brings it down. Kick is up. Right down the middle.
What an
Cade
absolute
Johnson.
beauty.
What a kick. Big play. Big kick there by Cade. No penalty flags on the play, by the way. Sorry, I should have forgot to mention that right away. Wow. That was big. 3:18 left here in the game. Lions now lead 31-21, and that was a huge, huge conversion on that field goal. I would have liked the touchdown, but we'll definitely take that, Brooks.
Yeah, 10-point lead. It's a two-possession game now, and you're just over 3 minutes. Even with the Rattlers' last drive, I mean, it took them a solid probably 3 or 4 minutes on that last drive where they only got about halfway across the field. So I think the Rattlers are working, I believe, with 2 timeouts, maybe 1 timeout left. But they got to get down and score quickly in order to even have a chance with the two-possession game. I mean, you think about the small details. You think about, the penalties coming into play. And overall, they've really overcome the adversity of some really questionable, false starts and just some crazy penalties we've seen. And the fact that they were able to go down there and get points on the board is just huge.
No doubt. Another big shout-out to Dax Davis, who's been on our camera tonight. Great job tonight, Dax. Coach Partridge, if you're watching, Dax has done a great job. And the great Caden Marchetti on the stats. Shout-out to Matt up here, who's running the huddle camera as well. So
great crew tonight.
Yeah, we got a good group up here.
Outside of the rave music happening below us, it's been a great time.
There's a kick, caught at about the 18-yard line. Not much places to go. Good coverage there by the Lions. See if they can bring him down finally. Although, he pitches it. Boy, he pitches the ball back. Wow, that was pretty dicey. And they finally get him out of bounds.
I'm not sure if you saw the first returner run right through his teammate.
Yeah,
friendly fire.
And then he turned when he got wrapped up. He turned around and pitched at the guy behind him, which I'm not sure Coach would be really happy about doing.
Been watching a little bit too much ESPN highlights.
So ball marked at the 33-yard line where the Rattlers will start 1st and 10. Again, 3 minutes, 8 seconds left in the game. Lions leading 31-21.
Looked like J.P. Meldrum that got the pitch there, number 4.
Five receivers for the Rattlers. Lions need to keep those guys in front of them. Man in motion. Play action. Straken looking downfield. Oh, almost tackled by Colton Edwards. Trying to pick up a couple blocks, and he does. Straken down here the near sideline. Inside Lions territory. Finally goes out of bounds at the Lions' 41-yard line. 2:54 left with the clock stopped with Straken running out of bounds.
Yeah, and you haven't seen that much this half, especially with Nauman running all over the field. But Straken, don't forget he's got legs. He can scramble around. Had some big runs in the first half, and that's the biggest one we've seen so far from him in the second half.
Well, Beckett Ruiz in that defensive line position. Seen a lot of play tonight. Great to see Beckett out there. Austin Odette, Walker Little, and Colton Edwards on that front four for the Lions.
Look at Robinson on the top side.
1st and 10. 3 receivers on the far side. Man in motion here. Another play action. Straken keeps it. He's going to keep it around the left side. Jackson Walker giving chase. Spilled out of bounds by number 3. It's a good tackle there by Cannon Hunter. And that stops the clock. 2:45 left in the game. Again, Lions leading 31-21.
Now, with the exception of that about 30-yard run from Straken to get them across midfield, defense has been playing pretty well these last 2 drives. But that big play, that gets them on this side, gives them momentum. But a great stop there from Hunter
Clock is running, yeah, so he did not get out of bounds. So clock is running, 2:25 left in the game. Lions leading by 10. Strachan, I give him credit, man. He's had some marginal passes, but he's done a lot with his legs tonight. Lions looking for a big stop here on second down. Strachan looking deep, pocket falls apart. Colton Edwards almost has a slap at the ball. And they finally chase Strachan out of bounds. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left. About 20 seconds off the clock that time. That's enough for a first down. It's going to take it down to about the 20-yard line. So they mark it at the 22.
Now remember, we're up 10, and assuming they score here even in the next about 30 seconds.
All right, clock is running. I'm sorry, I thought he got out of bounds. So we're inside of 2 minutes.
Yep.
Against Lions lead by 10.
They still have to score and get the ball back here to even have a chance.
Cook's in the backfield next to Strachan, 2 receivers on each side. Get him. Charlie bunch in. They get Strachan. They got him by the legs, and they take him down. That's a big play. Clock continues to run. Timeout now by the Rattlers. I think they only have one left, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Which I'll check with Caden here in a second to see how many timeouts the Rattlers have left. They have one left now, right, Caden? I think they used one earlier, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they definitely have one more max. I'm not sure if they're out.
All right, so a minute 39 left in the game. Lions leading 31-21. A huge 25-yard field goal by Cade Johnson there on that last drive to cap off that last drive by the Lions. We've lost count. I think there's 16, 17 penalties against the Lions.
It's double that.
And about 6 against the Rattlers. So it's been really unfortunate on that side. But, right now we're going to focus on the things we can control. That's exactly what Coach Holland would say.
Well, right now, if you're the Lions, you got to be aggressive. Can't let them just run all over you. But if you hold them to 3 points here, that is a huge win. Touchdown, it makes it a lot easier for them if they somehow were to get the ball. But if you keep them here to 3 points, they're down a whole touchdown. Now, Beam, who's been their primary kicker in the first half, his longest field goal, which is the one of 2 that he's made this year, is about 29 yards. Now, in regards to their other 2 kickers they've had out this second half, I'm not sure. So if you can keep them here from getting the first down, Rattlers are going to have to settle for a field goal that they may not make.
Son, I'm impressed with all the research you did before this game, man. Good job. 5 receivers in the pattern for the for the Rattlers. 3 on the far side, 2 on the near side with Nauman in the slot. Strachan looking to his left. Pass. Almost intercepted. And caught. Oh, it is intercepted. Cannon Hunter with the interception. I thought that ball went through his hands. And no flags on the play. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their own 4-yard line with a minute 34, and you would hope that would seal it. But we still got time on the clock. So until that fat lady warms up, man, I'm not saying a word.
I mean, tonight has been – there's really no one key player that we've had all night. It's been different drives, different plays. And Cannon Hunter on this last defensive drive has made 2 key tackles on Strachan, and then right there an interception. Just taking his lunch money this last drive. But, yeah, it's been a great game overall from just about every player. Even the offensive line, defensive line, they've held their own. You got Jace Walker Little, Noah Smith on offense, Cannon Hunter. Even just so many players that are making an impact tonight. It's hard to pinpoint just one.
Well, the referee was talking to Jensen, the center there. I'm going to ask him after the game tonight when we get home what that conversation was about, because basically I think if he even moves, if he flinches, if he breathes, Lions here in the shadow of their own goalpost here at the 4-yard line. So you got to be careful with the football here.
No penalties.
Chase Walker in the backfield.
Have to be smart.
Snap back to Austin, hand off to Jace, brings it back up the middle, keeps it on the ground. It's going to keep the clock running.
That's a ball player right there.
1:25 left here. There is a Rattler player down on the play.
Not sure who it is. Hope he's okay. He's not moving much. Players are taking a knee.
It was kind of a pile up there in the middle. It wasn't like a somebody coming from 15 yards out like a pop. It was kind of piled up. He could have gotten rolled upon potentially.
That's what it looks like he might have gotten twisted.
A knee or an ankle or something.
Because
Hopefully he's okay.
Walker cut from the middle to try to find that hole on the left side. And it looked like the whole defensive line might have just twisted over. Again, not sure what number this player is wearing, but hoping everything's all right.
He's on his back now. He rolled over, so we'll see if hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, we've been talking about it all night, just the importance of being a second-half team. And that third quarter, Faith, was looking like we were repeating history the last 3 weeks. But,
yeah,
man, these last 8 or 9 minutes, they've really held their own, come back, and, I mean, just done a phenomenal job. Now, the penalties, some of those we got to fix. Some of those we just got to –
yeah, I think it's an ankle. His player's up. He's being assisted off the field, though, so hopefully that is not serious. 83, I think. Is that right, or 93? I can't tell. Or 99?
I'm not sure. Maybe
89.
99?
I mean, it is hard to see.
Javon Bird, defensive tackle there, number 99.
Okay. Yeah. He is favoring that right ankle. So hopefully that is nothing serious.
A minute 20 left on the clock.
Yeah, Lions just need a couple more snaps here. There goes the clock is running. It should be running. Officials are trying to get the clock. There it goes. It's good to play at home sometimes. All right. Jace in the backfield. The receivers split out wide on each side, and then a couple of receivers in tight.
He'll be smart on the line there.
Good snap by Jensen. Hand off to Jace. So there's a penalty flag down. It's going to be a face mask.
And that
took Jace's head off.
That essentially is going to seal this game here. Under a minute. One timeout left.
It'll be a 15-yard face mask and an automatic first down for the Lions.
Face mask on the Rattlers. It's a personal foul. That'll be an automatic first down.
Yep. Needed that. Needed the win here, boys.
Man, some huge adjustments they needed to make coming into this game, and they made about just every single one of those.
With seemingly 5 extra players on the field tonight, the Lions find a way. I'm kidding, sort of. As Jack would say, hey, we're having fun here, folks. No? This should just kind of a victory formation here. Should be just take a knee.
Yeah, just got to be smart, hold on to the
back
ball.
To Jensen, and he does. Rattlers come in, but
I mean, an incredible performance tonight.
Yeah. Well, you needed the win. You got it. It's good to get it when you on the road, even. And you went through, you battled through adversity. This Rattlers team, they play a long season. They play 12 regular season games, and then they go to a homeschool national playoff in Florida. That should be it. 24 seconds now, the clock running, and the both guys are gonna go to both sidelines and line up.
Cue the lion roar here.
Yep.
Man, well, first win.
Dude, we'll take it. Hey, Jack, if you're listening, I'm sorry you're fired. Brooks is our good luck charm. Brooks is going to be doing every game from here on out. So
I'll give you the residuals, Jack. Don't worry.
Kidding, Jack. Just kidding, Jack. Jack's very sensitive about that stuff. Wow. Well, Lions with a victory, 31-21. Big play there by the Lions when they needed it, and super proud of them. Wow, that was a much-needed win here on the road.
Just absolutely love to see that. Checking right now to see the score of Midland Christian and Friendship.
While you're looking that up, Brooks, let me give you some stats. Austin Cosby, 19 of 26 for 398 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jace Walker, 57 yards on the ground and 111 yards in the air. Noah Smith with a touchdown, 217 yards. Two touchdowns for Jace Walker, by the way. 217 yards by Noah Smith in the air. So just all-around great play. Thank you, Caden, for that. Big victory there for the Lions. They needed that shot on the arm, and they got it. So really appreciate you joining us here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. And
looks like your Lions are now 5th place in the standings, jumped up over Midland Christian there.
All right. Well, district play starts in 2 weeks. Lions are on the road next week again at Lake Country in Fort Worth. So not a long road trip, but road trip nonetheless against Lake Country. and then their first district game the following week at home against Fort Worth All Saints. But tonight they're gonna savor this one, Brooks. This is a well-deserved victory. They fought hard, and your final here from Western Hills High School in Fort Worth: Grapevine Faith Lions 31, the Atlas Rattlers 21. For Brooks Anthony, this is Steve Anthony saying thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you joining us here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. We'll see you next week on the road at Lake Country. For everybody else here tonight, for Dax Davis on the camera, and again for Brooks Anthony, Steve Anthony saying so long. Have a good night.